Welcome, welcome, welcome. I want to talk some shit. Let's talk some shit. The shit show of the People's Convoy. And all the liars. Lots and lots of liars of the convoy. Lots of liars. I've been watching Brian Brassi's live stream from today. Watching Oreo Express's live stream today. Oh, yes, there's lots of liars and a lot of bullshit. And I'm going to call out all the bullshit. I'm not sure if I'm going to start with Brian first or Oreo second. I think I'm going to start with Brian. But Oriole's doing the same bullshit. They're bullshit. They're all fucking liars. This is not going to be a child-friendly stream here. I was going to talk shit because I'm driving. I'm going to be driving for a few more hours tonight. So I'm here to talk some shit. I'll start right in on Brian. What up, Brand for Liberty? Looking like you were right. Oh, thank you, Cousin Jax. Yeah, I'm here to talk some fucking shit. I feel great about yesterday. Yes, there was some. Yeah, it's all bullshit, man. It's all bullshit. I'll start with Brian first. You got the boy. What up, Brian? Wake up, America! I'm all jacked up. I've been listening to lies for the last 2 hours here, catching up on all the bullshit that happened today before I went live to talk some shit. Let's just start right off with Brian Brassi. You guys know. All right, Brassi, I couldn't believe his fucking live stream today. Holy shit. If you look at my videos from 2 months ago, you're basically going to hear the same fucking shit that he said. The same exact shit. The AFCLF, the Americans Freedom Civil Liberties Fund, he's on his live feed today. Go and look at it. Talking shit about, he called it the Affleck Agency. Talking shit about it like he doesn't like it. Like, wait a minute. What do you mean you don't like Affleck? That's the fucking organization that was taking the money for the People's Convoy. That 2 fucking months ago, I made a video about it, that they're fucking felons. Now, here you are 2 months later saying, oh, you didn't even mention their fucking names. You haven't met a goddamn, you haven't mentioned one goddamn name. And Santa went with the whole, I'm not mentioning any goddamn names. Why the fuck is no one mentioning any goddamn names? Oriole too. You bitch-ass motherfuckers. That's what it is. Bitch-ass motherfuckers. Because the person who has been in charge has been fucking Marcus. Marcus is in charge. He has been in charge. That's who the fuck you're talking about. Chris Young was in charge of the Facebook pages. Rebecca was in charge of the goddamn Telegram pages. These guys are playing everybody for fucking fools. Brian's still part of that. Marcus, Brian, and Mike formed the U.S. Transportation Alliance. They've been in it from the beginning. They've been in the fucking politics. They're dirty motherfuckers. This whole thing is fucking planned. Oriole just fucking showing up. Oriole just shows up right when it's all fucking going down. They don't have equipment and shit. And buy him a fucking hotel room because he's a prissy little fucking bitch. And what's even funnier about fucking Oreo, what's fucking great about Oreo is that Oreo talked all that shit about Bobby leaving the fucking speedway and making a scene on the bus, and he's calling him a fucking Antifa. Now who is he? Is he a motherfucking Antifa? Because now they took the convoy because they didn't like the leaders? Like, what the fuck? We're in backwards fucking world. Holy shit, I'm worked up, man. I can't believe I can't believe I heard what I heard earlier today. I can't believe it. It's mind-blowing. So AFCLF, what do you mean? He's talking about his goddamn, that he owned the website, that he owned the peoplesconvoy.org. But the AFCLF was collecting all the goddamn money went through the AFCLF. That's who came in with the AFCLF was what came in with Lee Dundas, who she's in on this fucking bullshit too. Don't let anyone she doesn't just fucking leave and disappear. She's in on it. Pamela Melick, she's the fucking paralegal of Lee Dundas. She was in on it. Marcus was in on it from the get-go. Chris was in on it from the get-go. They've been in on it. They pushed out all the other convoys and took them over. Marcus took over the fucking Telegram pages and the Facebook pages. But if anyone was paying attention, a lot of those state websites turned over to different things because they realized that Marcus was a piece of fucking shit, just like what the fuck I've been saying for the last 2 goddamn months. And Rat Rod said he was going to rob the convoy, and who the fuck leaves a goddamn convoy out? Big D. Big D's part of the Rat Rod fucking bullshit fucking, I don't know if they're just a bunch of retards or if they're feds. I'm leaning towards fucking feds, but I don't know. I'm a little goddamn paranoid. But I've been fucking right. So go fuck yourself to anyone who said I was wrong. No, I'm just joking. I'm just talking shit. And I just can't believe what I saw. So I'm just like laughing about it because I said all this shit 2 months ago. 2 months ago. Well, look at my videos. 2 months ago, I was talking about the FCLF being bullshit, that the leaders were bullshit. Now all of a sudden, Oriole Express is in on the fucking, on that. Get the fuck out of here, Oriole, you piece of fucking shit. You're such a piece of fucking shit. Oh my God. Buy me a coffee. I'm a little bitch. No, people are really going to stand up. What the fuck? You call Bobby a goddamn fucking leftist. You couldn't understand your goddamn thick, retarded skull that fucking what a libertarian was. That a libertarian's not a fucking leftist. And then someone fucking just magically hands him $10,000 cash. Get the fuck out of here. Who the fuck is just standing around with $10,000 cash? That shit was all planned from the fucking get. This whole thing fucking, this is their breakup plan. It's fucking, I didn't think it would be so goddamn retarded. I didn't think it could get any more retarded, but they'd like double down on retard. And I don't mean to be just saying retard. This is a 10 o'clock fucking thing. They're retards. Oh my God. Holy shit. I just might want you to go to DC just to talk shit, man. Fucking, I got some things to do, but man, I'll go out there, but you got Big D who just punched fucking Freedom Squirrel's fucking husband's face last night, and then all this shit happens and Big D leads him out. Get the fuck out of here. They talk about a goddamn shit show. And of course, Brian didn't mention it. Santa didn't mention it. Santa's, just play diplomatic. Don't talk about, I'm upset about it, but we got to keep our emotions together. Fuck that. You guys are retards, man. Fucking retards. You're heading to DC, whack off. It's a goddamn shit show. It's been a shit show, but I can't believe they're saying what I was saying 2 months ago. And so anyone, if you don't know what the AFCLF, Americans Freedom Civil Liberties Fund, they're the ones who took all the money, okay? They're the ones who've been taking all the money. So Oriole's like, I don't think there's anything that's funny with the money. They spent it real properly, but I hate the leaders. Yeah, you dumb fuck. You can't say both the same goddamn things, you idiot. You just can't say both things. They can't both be true. But Pamela had 2 money laundering felonies in the state of Texas, okay? Been talking about it for over 2 months now. We broke it. I broke it 2 months ago. And here's Brian on his live stream calling them an agency he doesn't like, but he likes the Unity Project. I like the Unity Project. I'm a fucking liar. He's a fucking liar. Mike's a liar. They're all fucking liars. And fucking Ross from the Florida United convoy was the one who called them out right from the fucking get, man. He questioned the security. And Oriole's like, oh, they just needed a bus and this and that, da-da-da. Because Oriole's a little fucking bitch. He can't sleep in his car like a fucking, like true men. And, oh, they need a bus. They need a $20,000 bus. Those Primo buses are $20,000 a fucking week. Who the fuck needs 20? Did people think that they were giving money at the overpasses for $20,000 fucking buses? They thought they were going to occupy the goddamn DC. And that was what Ross and the Florida convoy, they were saying, let's do some blockades. Now Oriole's talking, oh yeah, I should have been more aggressive. Yeah, buy me a coffee. I'm a fucking retard. Yeah, this one's not a kitty thing. I'm just talking some mad shit because they're such fucking liars. Oriole's so full of fucking shit. So full of shit. I fucking goddamn. And I haven't even seen what you see is what you get. WYSIWYG's fucking fuck asses fucking shit. His bitch ass. What narrative he's spinning? Is he with the leadership still? I mean, are they still fucking paying him to be the goddamn Hollywood dolly grip? But Big D punches Freedom Squirrel's fucking face or her husband's face, and then they said that the leaders were in charge of it, and they weren't. And holy fuck, man! And it's Rat Rod who pulled the gun on her twice 2 months ago. Look at my Rat Rod video from 2 months ago. Damn, I'm worked up. I'm having fun with it. I'm a little slap happy. I'm in. I don't know where the fuck I'm in. I'm in the goddamn Indian reservations, Aquatao. I'm in Oklahoma right now. I'll be in Missouri here sometime tonight. I don't know when. Little work show. Wizzy said no one got punched. Of course, Wizzy's such a fucking lying piece of fucking shit. He's such a piece of shit. He's such a fucking loser. A fucking little bitch. He stole my stand, and he's got my father's patch. And I'm a little personally jaded about that fucking shit. But besides that, he's just a little Hollywood bitch. He's a Hollywood dolly grip. He was paid and bought for by fucking Hollywood. It's the 70s show, Castle, Spider-Man, all those fucking things. He's a piece of fucking shit. He didn't think Rat Rod was a fucking threat. My video shows Rat Rod saying, I'm going to rob the fucking convoy. 2 months later, what the fucking Rat Rod and them, they roll out of the place with the convoy? Get the fuck out of here. I love it. Try not to be cocky. Holy shit. I'm all worked up, man, because I was fucking right. And that Brian Brossi's using my same shit. All my shit about the Federal Motor, all that shit. They're fucking liars. Research the U.S. Transportation Alliance. Research the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration. They were the ones who were in charge of the jabberoos at the border. Those guys are fucking liars. This is all a goddamn play. I don't know Oriole is a fucking idiot. He's such an idiot. He's such a little bitch. Such a little bitch. Oh, buy me a coffee. I like coffee. Just please buy me a hotel room. I need a hotel room. Buy me a hotel room. I'm a little bitch. I love here. Oh my gosh. Bullshit they're fucking selling. Holy shit, I'm driving, trying to enjoy the goddamn Is he? Yeah, I'm having fun with it. I'm like totally relaxed. I didn't sleep too much last night because I was watching Freedom Squirrel's live stream up to like 4:30 in the morning, trying to get all the drama, figure it all out, make sure I got all the little dots, because I love dots. If anyone likes watching my shit, I like dots. Bunch of bullshit. There's all sorts of characters. I listened to Santa for 10 minutes. I watched a little of Santa. He didn't like something being on camera. I didn't like him instantly. But after hearing him talking about, oh, be diplomatic, and I'm angry about them, but the leaders were great and it was theirs, and blah, 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 blah. Fuck that. That's fucking bullshit. I don't know anything. I haven't done any fucking research on him, but I heard one little speech, and that was all the fuck I know to know that he's just like a little bitch boy too. And I don't even know, Santa. I'm talking shit already. It doesn't even fucking matter. The fucking bullshit. Oriole, I just showed up. Yeah, fuck that. Someone just hands $10,000 cash to the convoy. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Yeah, no, the truth will always come out. And yeah, so like, just, it's so unbelievable. And they're talking about, oh, we should have done a blockade when we had all the numbers. Yeah, no shit. That's what the Florida convoy said. That's what they said. That was what their complaint was. That they were being a bunch of pussies. And they were being a bunch of pussies. And it wasn't even, they weren't being pussies. They were being fucking con men. There's a fucking difference between a pussy and a con man. A con man's got a fucking, an alternative motive. It wasn't because they were scared to get arrested. It's because they co-opted and controlled one of probably the best fucking greatest movements that has happened in a long time. That's what the fuck they did. Oh, I'm not part of the convoy. And Brian said I haven't been part of the convoy for 2 months. Bullshit, man. Brian didn't do a video. I got it. I screen share and watch this shit and record it and keep it the best I can. All my videos are off of my fucking phone. I do everything off of my phone. No computer, nothing. So I watch it and screen share it while I'm watching it or screen record it. But Brian, his thing a week ago was about he had this meeting, but he's not part of the People's Convoy anymore, and that he's not even sure if he can then speak on behalf of them. And then so the People's Convoy's website, which he fucking owns, puts on a thing on the website. So who the fuck is running the website? Says that Brian Brasi doesn't have a voice. He's no longer part of it. And then Brian on his live stream today is talking about, oh, I was really upset about that. Oh, what? You fucking told him that you weren't part of it, but you are still part of it. I'm not fucking a retard. These other people might be retards about it, but you're very much a part of it still. You're still a fucking con man. I would love to go and bullhorn your fucking house and just tell all your fucking neighbors how much of a piece of fucking shit you are. You're a piece of shit. Mike Landis is a piece of shit. Marcus is even a bigger piece of shit. And so now Santa and them, they don't like the leaders. So who are they talking about? Chris Young and Marcus? No one wants to say a fucking name. Oriole wants to say that there's nothing wrong with the funds, but he doesn't want to fucking say a name. Brian wants to say shit about the funds, but he doesn't want to mention any fucking names. He wants to say, oh, Aflac, they're in control of my website, but yeah, we call them AFCO. I don't like their organization. Then why the fuck did you have them handling the goddamn money? And why the hell did you have would the first clue be that the treasurer handling the money has 2 fucking money laundering felonies? Would that be your first clue, Brian? Or you guys just have been fucking robbing the American people. Robbing them. So yeah, got any questions? No, it's sad. And then Brian gives a shout out to Soup Mama that they could all go over there. Oh, they're playing all sides, man. They're playing all sides, and I've been paying so close attention to it that I just had to get on here and talk all sorts of shit because it's all bullshit. They co-opted such a wonderful thing and such wonderful people, and Big D leads it after he assaults someone last night. Get out of here. Get out of here. Freedom Squirrel, the Rat Rod pulled guns on her twice, just like 2 months ago. And he was talking to Polish Agnes, trying to be all creepy with her, oh, you're here alone? You're here alone? Don't go behind the trucks alone. Fucking toll creeper, man. Toll creeper. Rat Rod, you're a piece of fucking shit. Fucking probably play with WYSIWYGs. Fucking. Oh my God. They're just liars. They're just all liars. What else? I'm trying to think what else they said. Yeah, $10,000. Who just has $10,000 cash to give to Santa? It's odd that $10,000. I believe that's the IRS's tax deduction for a write-off for a gift. You $10,000 in a year to one person? I'm not sure, but I believe it is. But who's just carrying 10? Oh yeah, that's I got $10,000. Here's Santa. You seem like a legit person. You don't got anything. Where the fuck did you even come? I didn't see no Santa at Hagerstown. I don't know. Maybe it was there. Maybe it was with Rat Rod. I was too busy fucking. Who knows? Well, I was too busy fucking going after the media. Oh, CNN's fake news. Fucking says Oriole Express. Fucking does nothing. He sits in his fucking car like a little bitch. Gets his fancy little hotel like a little bitch. He's a little bitch. All he knows how to do is say, "Oh, they're lefties. The lefties. The lefties do this and the lefties do that." What a punk ass bitch. He's a bitch. Yeah, most definitely everyone was con. I've been through it. I went through the con 2 months ago, so I'm like all over it, and now I'm just picking apart the fucking con. I was right 2 months ago. Everyone talks shit, and this is my happy, energetic, like I told you fucking so post. And Freedom Squirrel, yeah, she's awesome. I don't even know him. I just, she's just all happy and lovey, like unlike all these other fucktards. These other guys are just pieces of shit. Oreo Express is such a piece of shit. I hope he sees this. Oreo, you're a piece of shit. All right. Then last night, seeing Freedom's girl go through just what you did, feared for her life, I knew that Rat Rod and Big D were very bad people. Well, thank you, Granny Joe. Man, I was afraid, and I acted like a little punk. I'll admit that I lost a couple man points that night, but that shit won't happen again. I'm not gonna let myself be put in a situation. I was kind of the freedom drunk and not paying attention, and that was my bad. My Facebook friend said, "Watch yourself." I wasn't watching myself, so that I got into a situation where I felt very scared and shit. But it was great to see Freedom Squirrel go through those same emotions and validate that same feeling. It just made me feel better, right? Like, not that I need to be felt better. I feel great. I just feel extra great now. Yep. Yeah, I like the Doe Show. I don't know if he's roasting me. I don't know if I'm on the good side or bad side of the Doe Show. I like what he's doing, and that's what you need. You need the live streamers re-streaming, calling people out. I think they got a couple pedophiles out of the convoy. Um, that's my understanding. DPP. They're not fucking dots anymore, man. This is just now I'm calling them out for being retards. Okay, man. I know retards is not the word, but I'm saying it because guess what? I don't give a shit. Like, what are they gonna do? Tell me I'm an idiot? Like WYSIWYG said I was wrong about everything. Yet here I am. I was right about it. It's not dots anymore. They've been connected in my head at least. Maybe not in everyone else's head, but it's clear as day. I know where all the money went. I know all the organizers. I know all their roles. I've done a lot of research and I've talked to a lot of people about it. And I am confident in what I believe now. And I believe that they are bastards who stole a fuck ton of money from the American people and are still lying. And I would love to bullhorn Brian Brossi's house. I would love to. And after I'm done with this shit, I'm in the goddamn win. So if someone wants to make that happen, let's do this. I'm ready to get a bullhorn and just go. I'll find Bobby. I'm gonna pick up some of these guys that I want to do some videos of all the people that got kicked out. I'm in touch with a lot of the people that have been kicked out. So I'm working on it. I've just been driving a lot. I got a lot the last couple of days. So, but I'm gonna get on that. I've been working on my Florida convoy video. I still got a bunch of editing that I have to do. I'm by myself in my fucking van like a goddamn gypsy with very little fucking yeah. I'm just working on a fucking shoestring budget, and Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy that I was able to break it without any of the fancy anything. I slept in my van every night in Hagerstown. I'm not a bitch. I'm not a bitch like Oreo. Oreo's a little bitch. So is what you see is what you get. And now it's cool to talk shit about the leaders of the convoy. Now it's cool. Now it's cool. Go fuck yourself. It's about $15,000. Yeah, where is the millions and millions? They didn't just raise $2 million. I promise you. I promise you, there was not no $2 million. We're to believe that someone just gave $10,000 to Santa. Okay, I bet you that came from the fucking. I bet you there'll be a $10,000 gift out of the People's Convoy to that. Someone said in the comments one of my videos yesterday that Senator Cruz got a donation of $3,000, 3,500 somewhere around there. I'm not. That's a dot. That's a goddamn dot. I haven't verified that, but it sounds damn right with everything that's gone down here. I bet you he got a donation. I bet you he got a donation. Yeah, no, there's wire fraud. There's all sorts of shit uh, that those guys should be charged with. Like, I don't know. I hate getting the police involved. I've become very impressed with the police and how they've treated me with the convoy. I've not had that before, and my windows are dirty as shit. But I just washed them at the last gas station, so we got enough gas. Yeah. Um. Yeah. So the Pamela Melick, that's an AFCLF. Like, I have a video 2 months ago talking about where the money's going. So that breaks down all that AFCLF. Christopher Manson is the president. Brian must not know anything about them. He played fucking dumb because he's a fucking lying retard, but he just plays dumb. He's not fucking dumb. He plays coy. He's such a con artist, piece of shit. Yeah, Brian, I know you watch my shit. You're a fucking piece of fucking shit. You're a piece of shit. A scumbag. I love calling your fucking piece of shit ass out, man. I love it. Uh, thinking here for a second. Tulsa? Tulsa, Oklahoma? Yeah, so how do you not know who the hell's in the AFCLF? They're the ones who's in charge of the money, you fucking retard. They've been in charge of it since the very beginning. Christopher Marston. And when Christopher Marston was asked about Pamela's felonies, he denied it because he's a lying piece of fucking shit. And then he was asked about it again the next day, and he said, "Oh, it was a mistake. It's been brought to our attention, and we believe in her innocence, and that it's okay for the firm about her two felonies for money fraud, and believe in her innocence. She pled guilty." She pled guilty to the fucking charges. She didn't plead innocent. She pled guilty because she's a fucking thief. They're all thieves. And they paid a percentage of money to Christopher Mastins. Who knows how much money went to them? And there was a $500,000 in for security. And Oreo, oh yeah, they just needed a bus. Why the fuck did they need a $20,000 bus a week? That's such bullshit. Oreo Express, you're such a piece of shit. I hope you see the stream, you piece of shit. Yep, Granny Joe. He covered up for the convoy. I told him about Rat Rod. He said it was unimportant, that I was wrong, and I was an idiot, and I should have talked to. He knew the security. WYSIWYG was on the People's Convoy page from the very get-go. From the very, very get-go. He was the main live streamer besides links to OAN. That was the two official on the People's Convoy page. And WYSIWYG is a fucking dolly grip for Hollywood. He's done hundreds of videos. Why is a Hollywood dolly grip doing the People's Convoy and living off of donations? Why? Like, because he was hired. He was fucking hired. He does it. I can't believe Brian said that he didn't know Pamela or he didn't know the AFCLF. Mind blown. That's who handled the money. Yeah, Granny Joe, we are. I just can't believe they went after, like, I didn't expect it to, I don't know what I expected. I knew that they were going to try to, like, bail shit one at a time, and that's what they've done. I haven't even seen Mike's shit, if Mike even has anything. He's a fucking liar anyway, so it doesn't matter. Like, he's such a piece of shit. I wonder what Sasnak is going to say. He's a piece of shit. They're all pieces of shit. People need, I don't know if DC was the fucking, is where, so there's so many good things could have been done. We did a blockade on Disney with 10 cars. 10 cars. We got so much attention for that. Yeah, Granny Joe, but the problem with an unsolid foundation is that the house won't stand. You can put as many bricks and windows and fancy fucking eaves and soffits on the thing, but if your foundation's garbage, which it was, it will fall. And Brian's going to go down. What's great is Kevin from the U.S. Transportation Alliance, the president, said that the convoy will probably be, he said that there were shady people in the convoy and that they'll probably be their downfall, the convoy. And I hope to fucking help with bringing down that downfall. I called out Rat Rod from the get. I knew he was a piece of shit. I knew he was I believe he's a Fed. Just the way he looked at me when I took the picture, he knew exactly that was like all calculated. It's all calculated. All right, my feet hurt. All right, Sass. Okay, maybe Sass got used, and I could see that. I did an interview with him in the Austin Capitol. I caught him at the Austin Capitol, and I told him about the U.S. Transportation Alliance, and I thought that was really kind of cool. I wasn't like aggressive. I asked him some questions. You could watch my hit piece on Sassnatch. Just a couple days ago, I did it, maybe a week ago or somewhere around there. But he said that, oh, I'm just going to walk away from you next time the Defender events. He's like, I don't know if the U.S. I don't know if Brian and them were involved in an agency. Yes, they were, Sasnak. So, yeah, he might be being used, but he's like the Pied Piper, leading all these people and taking all this money from people, selling stickers, not talking anything about any of the shit, any of the doctors, any of the people arrested in Canada, nothing. Just bullshit. So, like, if he's being used, I threw some softball questions to him, but I was nice. And for him to say that, like, ambush him and shit, he's a bitch. Yeah, and so who's that other person? You said the Doe Show has never spoke badly of you, Defender Vance. You should pop in sometimes and take a look. I have been in his stream a few times, and like I said, I don't have any. I think it's funny. I've been loving it. I don't know, like, I know that a lot of people had like restreamed my stream where I left the convoy and I was all like scared and shit, and they were saying that they lost confidence, and like I just got all this hate about all the reasons why I was wrong and all this. So I'm not sure where those restreaming was. I assumed one of them was a Dojo, which I didn't care. Like, I think Dojos, I think it's hilarious. He just sits there and fucking live free streams all the time. I heard him say that he doesn't want to get personable with anybody, and I understand that, like, because he feels obligated, and that there's some truth to that, right? And trying to get out of the way for you, man. Yeah, I love a good roast. You know, like I would love Dosho to do a roast of me. You know, like I love that shit. I can handle it. I can handle criticism. Criticism is more motivated than not having criticism. But yeah, no, he's been calling out all the bullshit. So that's a great. That's what we need. We need to call out the bullshit, and then maybe we could get back to running some real convoys with some real fucking people, the real people who put it together. I'm going to have a video coming out soon. I'm not sure. I'm not going to promise when I'm going to have it out. But I'm in touch with a lot of the people that were kicked out of the convoy. And I've just been all over the place. I've been doing a lot. I went in Austin. I was in the Tallahassee Capitol. We had the Tallahassee police knew me by name. And we were going to do a blockade on that. We didn't have enough numbers. But if you guys haven't checked out the Florida United Convoy, we got a website, FloridaUnitedConvoy.org. I'm like the streamer for them. I try to be independent, but I love those guys. Like I'm part of that convoy in a way. I don't speak on their behalf. I have a few different views on a few different things, but those guys are awesome, man. Like we did a blockade at Disney. That's somewhere in my videos. Very grassroots. And Ross was the one. If you could find his 100 Monkeys Telegram thing about talking about security and talking about the People's Convoy, he's the first person who broke it. He really was. He broke it. And they left. The Florida Convoy left. They took their money. They had their money separate. And Ross made sure to tell everyone that the money was secure and in safe hands. They had money left over. And so, like, yeah, they formed the Florida Convoy. I drove out there on my own money. And I will drive out there. There were some issues with some of the other live streamers. I love everybody. I see everyone's perspective. Everyone was right. Everyone was wrong. We had a little drama because there's always fucking drama. You can't just have drama. But like, I'm cool with everybody. I'm trying to be friendly with everybody, know what's going on, and try to figure out the good and bad characters because the Canadian convoy was awesome. What they accomplished was amazing. And with the tow trucks and the jerry cans and America, we still could do that. Now we got a monkeypox or some bullshit thing that's out now, and they might just do it all over again. Those Mennonites might all come back in because all those people are still in power. And the organization that Brian, Mike, and Mike, the one that Mike still runs the U.S. Transportation Alliance. Go to the U.S. Transportation Alliance's Facebook and scroll down. You're going to see a couple different things. You're going to see Mike Landis doing a bunch of fucking live streams from his pickup truck. You will see no mention of the People's Convoy on there at all. You'll see the 10-4 rally, and you'll see him sharing links for the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, which if you don't know who the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, I'll say it again because I've been beating it to death. It's the organization that mandated the jabberoos at the border. So Mike was sharing that agency's thing because allegedly they work in alliance with truckers and everything. But if you go to the U.S. Transportation Alliance webpage, their actual website, the only thing there is nothing about truckers or activism. There's a donate money. It's just money. Now Brian's onto his new thing. Brian's in the Hollywood industry. I don't know if you know that Brian Brasi was a driver for ZZ Top. You know about that? I didn't know about that. And then so Brian Brasi owns the website. He then has a Hollywood dolly grip. Look up WYSIWYG. I have it. Is a People's Convoy's main live streamer a Hollywood cameraman? That's the name of the video. It's all okay, Kelly. Thank you for saying that. That means a lot. That means the world to me. I took a lot of heat from a lot of people, man, and like I was devastated that it was what it was, right? Like, so I get it that no one wanted to believe me. Even my friends that were helping me, like I have my friends at home, like uploading videos, and my friend I talk to on the phone like almost every night with her, and none of them believe me. you know, so whatever. But like I've been in that position with my court case where no one believed me, and I just continued on. I did what I did, and I beat it all without anybody. I learned the law. I did things that people have to go to law school for. I did that on my own by myself. I did it in a cage with rapists and murderers, right? Like I've gone through that 38 months of fighting that court case. I went through all that criticism from everybody. Do this, do that, get a lawyer, this and that. And I'm kind of headstrong and stubborn, and I criticism only emboldens me. So I appreciate you saying that. That means the world to me, and I accept your apology. And yeah, that's I keep my friends like stop joining cults. I joined a cult on accident, and Nevada. I bought some land with some people. This guy Trent Goodbody from Freedom from Government. He's another fucking con man, and I called him out, and everyone hated on me in the property. And then after a while, I just kept with it, and I'm friends with all of them now. The ones that got conned. So like I've been in a few situations where I it's much more noble to stand alone because that truth will never change. And so like yeah, thank you for the kind words. It means the world. Like it does. You know, I've been doing this because yeah, man, like I was directly affected by all this shit, man. I had to move back from Tucson back to Chicago. I couldn't shower anymore in the rec centers because supposedly the bat flu, in terms of sanitation, you got to shut down all the showers. So I had nowhere to shower anymore. Um, I left my eBay store there. So yeah, Joe, Defender Vance, thank you for accepting my vote. Yeah, absolutely, Kelly. Means a lot. It's hard to apologize when we're wrong, you know, like I have a hard time doing it, but I try to do it. Like I want somebody to know that, you know, like I'm truly sorry. Like you're you know, it's one of those got you moments almost. Um but I just wanted what was best for the people, right? Like those people at the overpasses gave me money. Like I felt I don't like I don't have a problem asking for money when I need help, right? Like, and I'm not a grifter. Like, I have lots of skills. I have lots of different things that I'm good at. I don't like to work though. I'm more of a gypsy. I want to be in the water at a waterfall for a sunset. Um, I've been doing activism for 10 years. You gotta like, it's like a thing of ducks, right? They fly in a V, like a flying V pattern. The leader leads for a while, and then he falls back to the back and rides on the waves. And that's how like these types of things that's how you have to be. You have to like you have to relax, come back to it, relax, regroup, or you get burnt out. You get real militant if you don't do that. And you could affect a lot more change with people if you're having fun with them. If you want to talk politics, I'll wait till I'm in a waterfall having fun, maybe have a couple drinks, and then talk about it when they're happy and they're loose. I'm not just gonna start talking politics to someone right when I start with them, right? Like, yeah. I think it's deleted now. Can you elaborate again, please? So yeah, so the organizers for the American Federal Civil Liberties Fund, ACLCF, the acronyms, whatever. That's Pamela has 2 counts of fraud. She's the one handling all the money. So all the donations, if you go to People's Convoy, you'd hit that button, and then they were sent to Christopher Maston's private residence. So all the money was going to his private residence in California. And Christopher Maston is the president and the treasurer. He's got all the fancy titles. And then Pamela is like in charge of them. She's maybe the cashier or secretary. I'm not sure which. Treasurer. Treasurer. I believe she's the treasurer. So she had 2 frauds. He pled guilty, but they withheld justification, meaning that if she complied with the order of the court, that would be pulled off of the record, at least at a few levels, so people wouldn't see it, right? She didn't carry through with the order, and there's an active warrant for her arrest in Texas. Okay, but she tried to use her aunt's, her uncle's social security number to set up a PayPal credit card, something like $20,000, $30,000, and then yeah, I forget actually the details. I have it down there. It's not deleted. It's who controls the money? Where does the money go, or who controls the money for the People's Convoy? It's right around all my. I had like 4 or 5 hit pieces. I had WYSIWYG is a Hollywood producer. I had WYSIWYG's a Hollywood producer. Who controls the money? And then Rat Rod. I got 2 videos on Rat Rod, and he's in a bunch of other ones. But I have the video of Rat Rod talking with Polish Agnes, being super fucking creepy. D last night said security, and yeah. So, but Allied Security, Allied's been the security. In charge of the security. He was answering, and not only Marcus. I don't know if anyone knows who Jerry Stetz is, but golf host in a DC. He was with Marcus on Fox and Friends and on Mike Landis's live stream in February. Jerry was, because Jerry was speaking Polish. Jerry was speaking Polish. Maureen Steele was speaking Spanish, and then Brian Brasi, the ringleader, was fucking selling the story. And they were from the get. They had Fox, they had Tucker and Friends, they had their plug. They got in there because the media was showing their shit, the shit that they wanted to show to get it organized. And then they fucking played like they weren't part of the media. But that was when they kicked out Bobby. All of a sudden, CBS is on the Hagerstown property, and Brian Brasi's doing an interview talking about it. Yeah, fuck you, Brian. You fucking piece of shit liar. Such a liar. Mike's is a fucking liar. God damn. And Marcus is just like he's the hunchman in the middle. His wife, what's his wife's name? Marcus. I forget, Marcus Sanders, Melissa Sanders. She came in and talked shit on the one page about the U.S. Transportation Alliance, about Marcus that Marcus quit the U.S. Transportation Alliance, and that was true. And I asked some questions. Well, why is Mike still running it? Because Mike was still running it. But when Kevin, the president of the U.S. Transportation Alliance, Marcus, and Brian all stepped down at the same time, as well as this other girl. I believe it was 5 people. They all stepped down in 2020, and in 2020, and the comments on, you could go and see for yourself. Go on the Facebook page, U.S. Transportation Alliance. It's a public page. Go on there, look down. You scroll down to 2020, and you'll see them all resigning. And there's a few comments in there that says, something's up, man. Shit doesn't smell right. This ain't right. You don't all 5 of you resign all at once. So yeah. Going in and out. Damn. Yes, and then you wonder why MSM and Patriot celebs won't get behind them. Yeah, because they did nothing. They co-opted it and didn't allow. Like, we could have done so much. It could have been. We could have just right in the middle of Hagerstown. There's so many things that could have been done, and then it was like all secretive. It was all secretive, just like yesterday. It was all secretive. Like, we can't talk about where we're going, but because it's all bullshit. They were secretive about it at the People's Convoy, and they didn't do anything secretive. They just went in circles during non-rush hour. We left it at like 11 or 10 right after rush hour, and then we were back before rush hour was. So we didn't do We could have done so much. Everyone thought, but I'm happy that that everything came true. Mostly everything. I'm sure I embellished on something. Um, I'm curious what Sashnak is going to say about all this, and I want to see what WYSIWYG's little bitch ass is doing. Because you're a bitch, WYSIWYG. You know you're a bitch. You know you're such a bitch. I know you watch my shit too. You hate me. I love it though. I love that you hate me. You guys are pieces of shit. Same with Oreo. My windows are dirty as hell. You were saying I was on meds. You weren't the only one. I'm not on meds. I don't do like I don't really take any pharmaceutical drugs. I'm just I'm kind of loud and aggressive. I can be very calm. If you watch my live streams, I won't talk for 20 minutes because I'm just chilling. And other times I could be real loud. Other times I could be passive, like real just calm. And I get all worked up, riled up. I feed off others. There's a lot of people who said I needed to be on my meds, and I kind of understand. I see everyone else's perspective. I'm man enough to save my mistakes, and I could have handled that better. I could have. I was so afraid, and yeah, I just misery loves company. I hate that Freedom Squirrel felt that fair, but one thing isn't for sure. Like film, like that camera is our life. Like I wouldn't know any of this shit about Rat Rod if it wasn't for me just turning on my camera and being like, hey, like I heard him say that he was shooting at Antifa, and that and so like yeah, but that Fox, yeah, she was hot, man, and she said all the right things to me, and I was like she was like a siren, and I was crashing my ships into her punk. She kind of like twirled her hair a little bit. It can't be all like treason and control opposition and hate, man. I like to have fun. I like, that was good. I got like, yeah, the Austin Capitol was wild. Like the portion Yeah, I got NBC. I saw the NBC reporter. So the NBC reporter, I had seen her at Black Lives Matter 2 weeks before at the Austin Capitol. I harassed her. She didn't even talk to me. She didn't even. And there's like two controllers right next to her, playing coy, not saying nothing. I've become really aware of how the photographers, the major networks, what they will look like and their feels. But I went after this other guy who I believe is probably NBC. See, like the ABC, NBC people, they're all kind of together. They're kind of using the same, like they're using like AP Press. They're using like freelance cameraman. They don't have any like letters on or nothing. Kind of being undercover. But I saw the one dude talking to the ABC guy, and like I kind of know the equipment. I could tell what, and like all the reporters are kind of running with the same backpacks. They're like some type of I don't know the actual brand name, but I know the look of it. So you could tell there's like guys that just have the backpacks. They don't have any equipment. I don't know exactly what their role is, but they're with the major network people. And but yeah, I gave them a pretty good lashing because at the Black Lives Matter, he's like, "Oh yeah, we're hired by the organizers," and then the controller lady tried to like talk down on me, but I wasn't having it. I know that they're bullshit. So I went down, and then I went down to the Trump rally there in Austin. So it was interesting. It was interesting watching the abortion people come down, yelling, yelling, "My body, my choice." Just the irony of it all is just wonderful. Um, but I'm actually hoping that I catch some media. I'm trying to get to St. Louis. I'm gonna drive a couple hours tonight and try to get to St. Louis tomorrow and maybe catch a protest there if there's anything going on in St. Louis. Or I'm not sure if the state capital of Missouri. I was just at the state capital, but I don't think it's on 35. I'd like to hunt some media. Yeah, so yeah, Brian Brassi, fucking liar, just a liar, such a liar. Watch his live stream from today. Go and check it out. Listen to him talk about the very organization that's been running the money. Listen to what he says about them. Like that says it all. It says it all. To me, that says everything. Um, yeah, and then go out, check out the U.S. Transportation Alliance. Check out Mike's live streams on there. Marcus is on there. And then if you go to the video section of their Facebook on the U.S. Transportation Alliance, and you go all the way down to the bottom of the videos on the U.S. Transportation Alliance Facebook page, you will find Marcus, Brian, and Mike all together talking about forming the U.S. Transportation Alliance. It's a great video. So if you have any doubt that what I'm saying is not true, so what else should you know? And the Unity Project. So I can't remember who's the Unity Project, but I mean, Lee Dundas is not. Lee is not clear of this, man. Lee was in on this. Lee paid for those buses. Her name is on the contract for those buses, those $20,000 a week buses. I I can't believe that they were paying $20,000 a week for buses. Like, come on. Like, really? And $20,000 a day for Allied security. But yeah, Jerry Stetz. I don't know too much about Jerry. I know that Jerry was collecting gas receipts or handing out money for Marcus for gas receipts. And yeah, so I'm gonna do the video. I met AJ, and I think I met her in Fort Lauderdale in Florida. She was running the Telegram pages. Marcus and Rebecca. Rebecca was the leads for the Telegram. I've done a lot of research, and to get all these names down took a long time and the organizations. But AJ said that Rebecca came in, took over admin of the Telegram, the Florida Telegram page. They had like 30, 40, 50,000 people, and then wiped it clear. And then AJ got it going again. And then a dude from Pennsylvania, what's his name? Kevin? Kevin. It's not Kevin. Maybe it's Kevin. God, I can't remember his name. He was doing the leads, and he was doing the Telegram and built it all up. Marcus came in and wiped it with Rebecca. Okay? And Chris, so that's who I'm catching right now from what the information I'm understanding is that Chris Young and Marcus are now in control of the People's Convoy, which is disbanding, allegedly, or whatever. So Chris Young was in charge of the Facebook pages, okay? The official Facebook pages, which I was not allowed to comment after like the first week in Hagerstown. I was no longer allowed to comment on it. I could see it. I wasn't kicked off, but I was not allowed to comment. So something about my media, I don't know what they didn't like about the Defender of Vance and my fur and shit. But maybe I was a little too Wookiee. I don't know. And but what's interesting about Chris Young is he went on early in February, and they went on Fox and Friends, and they were talking about the other convoys in California, like the Northwest convoys, right? And making it clear that they were not part of the People's Convoy, and that the money is to go to the People's Convoy, not to them. So that was them taking over the Northwest convoys. They used Fox to do it, and Chris Young was the one who did it, was in on that, okay? From the get-go. Don't let them fool you. And then what else? Chris Young. Yeah, so Chris Young, has been in charge of that Facebook. And that's important. And I didn't know who Rebecca was because I wasn't on Telegram. And it wasn't until I talked to AJ in Florida did I know how big Telegram was, how they had gotten so many people in on that, and how a lot of some of the other convoy stuff, some of the Florida convoy had used Telegram. So, yeah. So yeah, that's how they took over that, and then Brian in the streamer. So here's something too. Like I don't know if these streams are still up. I have an edited version of it, but Brian did that streamer meeting with all the streamers, and it was like so awkward and dumb and retarded. And it was right after Bobby had the whole incident with Bobby, and but Brian's like, oh, I don't know how to stream and this and that, and you guys are so smart streamers, and it wouldn't be without you. Wouldn't be. Well, that's such bullshit. Such bullshit. You go on the U.S. Transportation Alliance Facebook page, and you watch the videos and watch stream after stream after stream of Brian doing lives, doing telegrams, doing TikToks, doing a hashtag fuck Marcus for on they're doing hashtag fuck Marcus on TikTok, doing live streams on TikTok, doing live streams on Facebook. He's full of fucking shit. He's not a fucking, he doesn't not know. I'm just a trucker. That's what Sasnash said. I'm just a trucker. I'm just a trucker. I'm just a fucking retard. It didn't work for me, Sasnak. I'm just a trucker. I loved when you fucking said it. It showed how much of a retard you really are. And I'm just a trucker. That's what Brian kept saying. I'm just a trucker. But then, if you watch Corinne IRL's stream, okay, Corinne IRL is a DC streamer. I love Corinne. I talk to Corinne once in a while. She's very happy and lovely, and there's a lot of people that hate her, but she fed me such great fucking information, and she's all over the place, and she's like a lot of my ex-girlfriends that are all over the place, but yeah, she's awesome, man, and she helped me understand that 44 Tulsa. I think I gotta go this way. Hold on, shit. Give me a second. All right, that was the right turn. My spidey senses said I needed to go east and not whatever direction that was. And so, yeah, so Corinne, what was I going to say about Corinne? Corinne. Yeah, Corinne filled me in. Dude, Corinne was on point, man. And Corinne was so on point because I would have never figured out about WYSIWYG if it wasn't for Corinne. Because Corinne met him out in LA and was like, WYSIWYG's a piece of shit. And I was like, oh no, WYSIWYG is so cool. Or at least that's what I was thinking in my head. I liked him at the time. And so I was just like, whatever, Corinne. Like, okay, like, but like Corinne knew about Sandy Bachman. Look up Sandy Bachman. Sandy Bachman, and look up Sandy Bachman, put in J6 and put in Twitter. Find Sandy Bachman. That bitch sold the fucking insurrection story. She was all over Hagerstown. I tried to give all that information to security and they didn't want anything to do with it. But it was because Corinne, I posted a video of Corinne way back and I got all this hate about her. People were calling her a lot lizard, all this. I turned the comments off and like, because they're so mean. And so Corinne was able to. Corinne said that Sandy Bachman ruined her life. Said that WYSIWYG was and Oreo Express were just instigators, and I totally agree with her. Totally agree with her. And not only that, she gave me the name of. Okay, I'm not gonna say that John Haig. John Haig. I think it's John Haig. If you Google John Haig, man, that's not gonna be it. He's got a burnt face. He's Antifa. But John Haig, so she dropped me that name, said, watch out for this Antifa. He was a dude who threw balloons off of the overpass in Portland that Rat Rod was shooting, which WYSIWYG says he didn't shoot, but there was shots fired. He shot at Antifa just like he told me why I filmed him right before he said he was going to rob the convoy. So, yeah, Corinne was just a valuable source of information and just, yeah, she's all over the place, but I love her and I love talking to her on the phone and she's just she's got a persona that is one of a kind. So yeah, I love that about her. She didn't have that persona of that Fox girl, but different persona, different. So what else? What else is valid information? So okay, I was talking about Corinne and then Brian Brasi. Corinne fed me all that information about them, and then not only did she do that, but then she asked Brian. Somehow she got into the RV with Brian and got an interview with him. Asked him if he wanted to get anything off his chest, and that was when he first mentioned that he was part of the U.S. Transportation Alliance. That was the first time he mentioned it after five weeks. Mike mentioned it with Sasnak. If you look at my hit piece on Sasnatch, you'll see a little bit of that interview. That was like a 3-hour nightmare to listen to Mike try to pretend like he knew anything about the Constitution. That son of a bitch wouldn't know the Constitution if it hit him in the fucking face. Like, they're so full of shit. I've been watching and they're just so full of shit. So this is me just like, yeah, Mike, I know you watch my shit because I know that because your video proved that you watch my shit. And I love that you watch my shit. And I'm glad my dumb gypsy ass who fucking, this poor motherfucker with fucking barely anything. My van burnt up a couple months ago and my friends got me a whole new truck. That's really all I have. I fucking, yeah, I love it. I probably should be looking at the comments. I'm just rambling. I'm trying to like think of all the bullshit, hypocritical stuff. And I feel a little worried about this new people, any of these people getting suckered into this whole Big D. Big D punched Squirrel's Squirrel Six's husband. So go to Squirrel Six's husband's page, or Squirrel Six's page. Like, share, and subscribe to her, and give her a little love. Maybe send some money on PayPal, help her out. Some of these people, like, some of us spent our own money. I spent thousands of dollars doing this. I'm all in. I'm not all in. Like, I put a lot of money towards this just because it's been awesome. Like, I don't regret anything. There's so many amazing people, but these pieces of shit. But Brian on his live stream today, not mentioning any names, that he didn't mention any names on the live stream where he said he was like separating from the convoy. And then they didn't mention any names for being separated. Oriole went with that same rhetoric. Santa went with that same rhetoric. It's all bullshit. You got to mention names. The names are Marcus and Chris Young, or who they're talking about when they say the organizers. And then Oriole's like, oh yeah, no, they don't have any the money. They spent it all on gas. Why would you even question any of that? But I hate the convoy. The organizers are messed up. Now we're gonna do something real. Where the fuck were you 2 months ago? You bitch ass little Oriole Express piece of shit. Such a piece of shit. Oh, buy me a coffee. Buy me a coffee. Just begging for money like a little bitch. Man, the people on the corners in Austin, man, beg less than you fucking beg. Piece of shit. At least they'll wash my goddamn window. I'd rather give them $2 to smoke some crack to give you fucking $2 for a coffee. I hope that thing fucking spills all over your fucking vagina, you little bitch. and I know WYSIWYG like shares bunks with Brian probably. Little punk asses. And then they throw out, like, if you watch the live stream, man, dude throws out what he says about Squirrel's viewers, like, just garbage, man. And that's who's leading the convoy. That's who's leading the convoy right now. They're in a parking lot. Meet up at 8 o'clock square. Fucking Santa, are you serious? Goddamn, what a fucking joke. And Oriole and whatever the fuck that other dude is who rides with fucking Oriole. Is that the BC preacher? Because if he's riding with Oriole, he's fucking just as guilty. I haven't spent much time, but BC preacher had like 4 people working for him, like handlers, just like the fucking mainstream. And I still have to find out who some of those handlers were from Hagerstown. I have it on some of my time lapses. All right. Then, well, shoot, Mama. Yeah, I've been talking with like Nicole and shit, man, and a little bit, not much. And Soup Mama knows who I am. But Brian just endorsed Soup Mama and said that the convoy should go over there. So, of course, I'm gonna fucking, now that I want to question the shit out of that. Watch this live stream, man. Like, there's a lot on Brian's live stream today. Very valuable information, like, to kind of keep on what the fuck is going on with all this shit. I want to go. I really want to go back and just bullhorn Oriole Express. Like, if someone can make that happen, I gotta do some. I'm going to Taos for a couple days after St. Louis here. But after that, I'm free till the end of the month, so I would drive out there if I put together some funds. I'm pretty much blowing through the rest of my money to go to Taos. I'll be with my friend, but if I can make it maybe halfway to Ohio, get to my friend's farm, stay there for a day or two. But I don't think that convoy is going to last long, and like, I'm actually really worried about what's going to happen, just like we were worried before. You got a bunch of fucking these rebel outlaws in control, like going into DC. What, like what could go wrong? Like what can't? Like it's like Murphy's Law. What can't go wrong with those fucking idiots? I mean, he attacked Freedom Squirrel's thing, and then like bully them and harass them, and said that they were gonna Rat Rod was gonna beat him up. Yeah, and watch my videos from 2 months ago about Rat Rod. See why I like got this hard on for Rat Rod, and why I haven't. I just been annoying as hell. People probably hate me just repeating the U.S. Transportation Alliance over and over and over and over again, and the Rat Rod. Like that's when I help people with law, with like court cases and stuff. What most people can't do is stay focused on one issue. That is about 90% of the people's problem when I'm talking and we're trying to figure out what type of legal, what they should possibly maybe do. And I never tell them what to do. I tell them what I would do in that situation, right? Because you could technically go to jail for offering advice. But most people can't stay focused on one issue. And so I'm all about picking one thing and not moving off of it. And you beat it to death. And that's how a good lawyer does that. And they form questions and interview everybody based on that one narrative, that one thing. So Rat Rod and security not doing shit, that was what I went after. And a lot of people hate me, but a lot of people have been apologizing to me. I love you guys for saying that and being there for me now. And, you know, maybe I have a little more cred now because of that. I knew I would get cred eventually. I wished it was sooner, but it wasn't. And I ended up going to the Florida United Convoy and running with those guys. And we did a lot of stuff. I met a lot of people. And I networked with a lot of people out there. When we went through the villages, we had about 40 vehicles. We raised like $8,000 or $9,000 just on that one little run. We were all new at it. Ross is not really a public speaker, and he did good on it. That was the Tulsa police just gave me the salute. So yeah, I was super glad to be with Ross and them, and to be with a real convoy, real people. It was very small at times, but we did a lot. We did that blockade at Disney. We did the Tallahassee police came and talked to us at the TA truck stop. It's on my live feed from that day. I haven't edited. My audio's shitty. I need to get a microphone. Like I need a lot of improvements on equipment, but they'll all come eventually. I'm not worried about it. I'm just beating everything to death, and I'm trying my best to stay well researched and know who's doing what. And when I talk to my friends, I ask them questions, and I got all sorts of people feeding me little pieces, little nuggets of information, little dots in my little web of my little ant colonies. And yeah. So thank you. I mean, I've had it's one of my bigger live streams. I've had some big live streams, but it's always when you're talking shit that you get the most. They'll start a new grift. Jay, everything I said in Hagerstown was spot on. Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. Like that means a lot to me. Like, I just came to harass the media, and like it turned into something so much different. And I kind of have a little voice now on my YouTube channel. My TikTok channel is doing awesome. My TikTok is blowing up. All my YouTube stuff goes to Rumble. It's all uploads there. My friend Jason got that all going for me back in Chicago. And I got a little Telegram going. I've been having trouble uploading on Gab. I don't know if I'm all about kind of spreading myself out. I got some stuff on Twitter. I got some stuff on Instagram. And yeah, so I'm going to kind of like watch it, how it all plays out. I would go out to Hagerstown. I would drive out there. I'm in the wind again. I have to get back out to Dallas and I'm gonna help my friend move out to Big Bend, Oregon, at the end of next month. But I could play for a couple weeks, and I don't even need my van. I can leave my van in Hagerstown or somewhere around there. I got a friend maybe in West Virginia. I got friends in a lot of places. I've been an activist on Facebook for like 10 years, so I got quite a little network. All sorts of different types of activism too, not just one thing. Non-political, very specific political actions. Yeah, I'm still driving, Anna. I didn't sleep much last night. I didn't think I'd have this much energy, but I got all this energy from watching all the shit show of everything. And I kind of want to get in Missouri tonight. I did a waterfall, a sunset waterfall. They rate me. They absolutely rate me on the cost of it, but $18 for like an hour and a half in the water. $18, a raping and pillaging. But I want to get a good waterfall in, and hopefully I'll catch a waterfall or two tomorrow or a good creek. I'd love to find some. I'm going to try to sleep along the river tonight. I love sleeping along the river. Yeah, so the Florida convoy, we kind of switched over to we're standing up for the Constitution, and the Constitution, it almost kind of turned into like a loose knit militia. Um, but no, we're all gonna. These convoys are still new. They're still in the infant stages. They're gonna grow. All the people have been conned. Everyone's regrouping and figuring it out. We first had to go through all these growing pains of learning that we got co-opted by these fucking bastards. Brian Brossi, piece of shit. And you know, we should run a comedy at Brian Brossi's house in Ohio and let him know. Let him know that it's bullshit. Even if it's three of us with a microphone. I'm in, man. I gotta get my shit together. I better not pass this cop. I gotta get my shit together and get a few more things. I just got a new gimbal. I bought a gimbal, and so I'm slowly getting better at the stuff. I'm learning the gimbal. I have no camera. I have no like previous. I just like to ask questions. I got really good with the questions with court, because in court that's you got to be a master of questions, and I was able to beat an aggravated battery on the police. They beat me up and then charged me with some felonies, but you know, I'm glad they beat me up. They made a man out of me, or at least I thought they did, until I ran like a little bitch from the convoy. But I have respect. I have respect for the cop who arrested me, Donahue. You know, I told him, and he was cool with me in the hallway. And even Donahue's partner, when they pulled my weed into the building. Ooh, I gotta go right here. When they pulled my weed into the building in Kane County, it's like 4 or 5 stories, right? And they had me in the fifth. They had me on the 5th floor, and I had like a super skunk strand that I was growing. I was cultivating inside, and the whole interrogation room smelled like skunk because the evidence room was in the basement, and that was the return for the furnace. So the whole jail and the whole building smelled like skunk bud, because they pulled all my plants, and they were like 2 weeks from harvest. So they were just like these super buds, and the cop was asking me, he's like, "Oh, you got seeds? If we find one seed," the rookie cop Donahue, he was trying to play bad cop, and the veteran was playing good cop, and he's like, "If you got any seeds," I was like, "Dude, this super skunk, man, like this is Simpsons. It's there's a seed, I'd keep it. That's a good seed to have." And the veteran cop, when he was walking me to the elevator, he's like, "Man, I respect your professionalism." And he's like, "You stunk up this room. You stunk up the whole building with your pot." So, but I saw Donahue, and Donahue's like, "Man, I heard you beat your cultivation case." I was like, "Yep." So And I thanked him. You know, you get more bees with honey. I had to learn that the hard way. But and I've had the cops when my van burnt up in the border. They've been awesome. I had a good experience. They drove me 20 miles to a hotel in Louisiana, and ever since then, I've had nothing but good experiences with cops. This cop just waved at me. You know, amazing. All right, I got to look at these comments. Yeah, it was a hustle under the guise of nonpartisanism. Yes, that's exactly what it was. It was a hustle, and you know they conned a lot of good people, a lot of good people. But everyone's waking up. We're learning. We know now, and the more people that know, the quicker the message could spread, and we could get back to what the Canadians were doing and reorganize. And yeah, like I know a lot more about convoy stuff. Convoy was all new to me, and but there's all sorts of tactics with the CB radios and the stopping the traffic and traffic plans and rally points and the donation. There's so much to it. Merchandise. There's so many aspects of the convoy that it's just going to take a bit before it kind of gets off and running. But once we're kind of set, like these bonds that we're creating, it's a good thing, and I think that these convoys will be very powerful, especially once gas goes down a little bit. I've been just spending like tall money on gas. I actually got to look right now. I'm good. Um, no, I was being a bitch. I could say that though, right? Like I was being a bitch. I bitched out. I was fearful. I thought they were going to come at. Well, my buddy Bob. I told Bob before I went and started talking to people. I told Bob that security was in on it, and Bob, I truly believe Bob's a good guy, man. Like he's my friend. He's just like he's just kind of a little crazy. And Bob was just like Bob. Like I called him later on. I was like, Bob, man, like I'm scared. Like I feel like they're watching me, the security, and like I feel like they're watching me in the trailer. And Bob goes, yeah, they're watching you. I told them about you, and they told them that you were in the trailer, and they're watching the trailer. I was like, Bob, what? What? And I was like, okay, thanks, Bob. And I hung up. I'm like, what the fuck, Bob? Like, I told you that security was in on it. So that was what, like, just yeah, that just threw me in like a fear, and I didn't go to bed all night. I just sat by the door with a steak knife, thinking that they were gonna come and kill me. But I don't even think they're capable of doing that. They're just fucking assholes and pieces of shit con men. Like I was thinking it was more like dark black military, but it's really just a bunch of con men bullshit. So I'm not afraid of them. You know, I was just afraid in that moment. And me being afraid doesn't make me any less smart or more smart. Just right, like I can admit it though. Yeah, I can't go back up on my comments. So I'll repeat some stuff because I got a lot of viewers in here. So yeah, Brian Brasi, check out his live stream today. I'm repeating it for anyone who's been here. Brian and Oreo, full of shit. Santa, full of shit. All of them are doing the same exact thing and not naming names. That's exactly what needs to be done. They keep just calling it the organizers, the organizers, the organizers. The organizer right now who is really in charge of the People's Convoy is Marcus. Chris Young is with him. Chris Young's running the Facebook. Chris Young is pretty much the, you know, the online presence, the official convoy page. So that's what they're talking about. They don't want to talk shit about him, but they want to talk shit about him. You can't do both, Ryan, you piece of shit. And you can't do that, Oreo. You know? Eventually, your fucking free little bitch ass hotel rooms will be up. You won't get your little complimentary coffee in the morning. Oh God, I would love, I would only love if somehow I made it back to Hagerstown and got there. And I've been eyeing some microphones. They're about $120, the ones I want. I want a good one. I want a solid one that I could just bullhorn the fuck out of people. And I would love and love and love the bullhorn the shit out of Oriole Express. I would love it. I would bullhorn him just like me and UCNY News, James out of the UP out of New York, and Lori. Lori has a page, Constitutionally Concerned, on TikTok. She was a teacher for 20 years. Told the teachers to go fuck themselves with the masks. Go fuck yourselves. I'm not doing your Nazi shit. But I met her in Hagerstown, and the three, me, her, and James, we destroyed Channel 7, man. Like, if you could find that one down there, Channel 7, and she held her head down in shame. We just, oh my God, it was great. With the megaphone, like, I would love to just megaphone fucking Oriole Express. Same with Sassnack. I wanted to do it in Austin, but everyone was hero worshiping him there. When Sassnack arrived in Austin, everybody like came out like he was a fucking golden god. I just sat in my van and watched it all. I was just like, man, I gotta be somewhat nice. This whole crowd might turn on me. They think fucking Sassnack is a goddamn god. And Sassnack was calling it, oh, we'll call it the Snassnack Convoy. I'll sell my fucking stickers like a bitch. I won't talk about anything that fucking matters. I don't know anything about the Canadian shit. I don't know nothing. But buy my stickers. 2 for $5. Sassnack for president. Fucking a retard, man. Dude's a fucking retard. My friend was saying he's playing coy, and I'm not sure. I think he's playing coy because towards the end of my interview, when I ask him, he like he jumps back with his hands up in like a defensive mode. Like, I don't know what the convoy, I don't know what the leaders are doing. Like a little kid does when they get like busted, you know. That's what he did, and then he like touched his nose, which is like a tell. A lot of liars touch their nose. It's just something that they do. Mike did it in the interview with Sassnatch when he was talking about the U.S. Transportation Alliance. Mike fucking on in the interview with Sassnatch. You can find that on mine. It's down there. It's about 2 months ago. I got a lot of good content about 2 months ago, and but but Mike said that. I'm trying to be clear on this. What did Mike say? Mike said, oh, Mike said that the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration audited his organization. It's on the live stream. You go to Sassnack and look up at that live stream, or you can look on mine. I screenshotted it, clipped the fuck out of it, made it exactly how I wanted it in my narrative, because that's what the fuck I could do. And I stole it from Sassnatch. I fucking love stealing people's shit. Fucking, and anyone can steal my shit. Like, if you want to use my videos, use it. Use everything. What's up, Mr. Matt? I tried to call you the other day. I believe this shit. You know this shit. Mr. Met was the one calling out. She's got a small little page. Like, share, and subscribe to Jamette. She was the one who was calling out security when Bobby came up on the bus, and she said that security acted like Gestapo. That was on first media, or first responders media. That bitch ass selling masks, drywall masks with first responder media. Two weeks before the convoy, he was wearing a mask in his car. I know we're not supposed to talk about people with masks, but I will. Drywall masks are retarded. Sorry. You're wearing a drywall mask, you're an idiot. Yeah, I'm not. I could speak for myself, but first responder media was trying to play like like a little prissy little, like the British. I could just see like him in Oriole Express with like red coats on, just supporting the British, and Oriole was such a dick. Oriole and Wizzy were such dicks to J Met, man. And J Met fucking stood up and she didn't fucking back down. And that's a badass woman right there, man. My gypsy J Met. I love gypsies, man. I'm a gypsy myself, but J Met took a stand when she needed to take a stand, and that's what you're supposed to do. She stood up, and so did Benjamin. And I haven't seen Benjamin. I don't know if Benjamin's subscribed to me, but Benjamin was working the food kitchen, and Benjamin spoke up that night too. Right? He was right by Miss Jamette. I think his name's Benjamin. I'm pretty sure it's Benjamin. But Benjamin told Benjamin was like so like trim and proper when he spoke too. He was like, I do think that this is the best course of action for speaking to leadership. But Benjamin worked his ass off in that food kitchen, and same with Stitch. And I forget Stitch's real name. And but yeah, J Met was there. And I've been telling people that I want to do some video of everyone kicked out, and I want to get J Met on video talking about her experience with security. I want to get Bobby on video. And I guess I'll just say this out loud, J Met, to you. I tried calling you the other day. I think what I'm going to do is send out, I have like 3 or 4 questions that I want to ask to everyone. You, Bobby, 4 Wall streamer. I want to do that guy who got arrested with the gun. I want to do Kevin, the Telegram guy. AJ, who was at the Fort Collins, the Harley Davidson with us. I want to ask you guys all a few questions and see if you guys could video record it and send it to me. And then I'm going to put together a video of all the people that were kicked out of the People's Convoy. And so everyone could hear their names, because what's great, J-Met, is that Oreo Express did exactly what he was talking shit to Bobby about. Exactly. The exact same thing. Even talking about having another property. Fucking same exact thing. That's what's the best about it. Oh my God. Perfect. What is that? Lorraine Graven. I knew that first night you were legit. I'm sure you don't remember me. Vindication. Much respect. Joe 2. Joe 2. Who's Joe? Joe. I can't remember who Joe is. First responder acting like no one tried to warn him. Yeah, first responder's a piece of shit. He's just a piece of shit. Sorry, first responder. Me, you're a piece of shit. You knew when I did my hit piece on you that I didn't like you. Lorraine Graven. I'm not sure where I met you. If you give me a little more detail, I might remember. Joe is first responder media. Okay. He's leader now. Who is leader now? Joe? Yeah, I can't believe oh my God. Like, it's great, man. These fucking idiots. I'm sorry I'm swearing so much, but I keep away from the swearing, but tonight it's too much. I just have to fucking have a dirty mouth tonight and let it all out, because it's so great. So great. Like, I don't even have to get a coffee to drive, because I'm on full energy of bullshit. In chat tonight, you were on the hill. On chat? In chat tonight, you were on the hill. I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's all sorts of entertainment. All sorts of entertainment. I was like, man, I could drive for hours tonight. And then I was like, I'm just going to go live. I went live like 4 times a day. Like, I don't even like going live, but I've been just going live just because Yeah, I was up late watching Squirrel Six's live, and that was so great. So much, yeah, man, makes me just feel great. I accidentally turned into an investigative reporter. I love it. Much respect to Mr. Met. Yeah, Mr. Met. Everyone deserves to like just give Mr. Met some kudos. She just she's got a very small channel, so like give her some likes, share, subscribes, and she was feeling left out in the people's convoy, and I felt that, and me and Jamette someday we're gonna be running another convoy here. And Jamette came in and rode with us in Tallahassee in the Florida convoy, as well as a bunch of other people from Hagerstown. Uh, Squirrel is live now. Yeah. I love it, man. I love it. I love it. I love all the drama of it all. I love how connected everybody is. I love that everyone feeds me information about everything else going on. Someone fed me information earlier about all the shit show. I was just out having fun, driving, doing waterfalls. But like I love being able to do waterfalls and have fun and do this at the same time and just be a vessel for information, a vehicle for information. Uh, oh my God, BCB and BCB. That's the BCB and Oriole Express and first responders are having like a little press conference with first responder asking them questions. Oh my God, what's first responder gonna ask? Fucking, he hangs out with Sassnack, like the two most boring fucktards in the world. Oh my God, shoot me. I wear a mask and I sell drywall masks. I'm an independent news journalist. You know, first responder. Here's some interesting stuff that a lot of you guys probably don't know about first responder. He's got press credentials. What press does he work for? Do you know that first responder media can go into emergency zones? Do you know that? If the police declare a zone an emergency, first responder media has the credentials to go into them. I don't know if you guys know about press credentials. You don't just make press credentials. Like your company makes their own press credentials. But how does first responder media have that? You know that first responder media has like 3 or 4 people working for him. I thought for sure first responder media was Antifa. And I still kind of feel like he might be. I was trying to plug him into Abinet, what's that fucking Antifa dude? He's a guy who embeds himself in the far right protests. And he looks just like first responders media. And I tried for days to try to peg them and get them together, but I couldn't do it. And the one thing that was what I couldn't do was the one dude had a cleft chin and the other one didn't, and I couldn't tag them together. I wanted to so bad. But first responder media just kind of came out of nowhere. Yeah, it's bullshit. They don't ask any questions worthwhile. Not one of them figured out the U.S. Transportation Alliance or has even talked about it. They're all pieces of shit. Yeah, yeah, but yeah, I seen like he just sits in the car like the shit's so fucking boring. Like I watched some of this shit, like he just sits in the car at the crime scene, like he doesn't even get out. Like get out of the fucking car and film something, you fucking lazy fuck. Holy fuck. Yeah, he definitely could be a cop. Definitely be. He's got credentials to be in. Like, if you go to his, because I researched the shit out of him, or I tried to. as much as I could. I looked up the statutes because somewhere it says on one of his pages, it says that he's according to this statute and that statute. So I looked up those statutes and just, went to the code book and, yeah, it was like he could go into emergency zone. So I thought that was odd. I just never really, I wanted him to be this guy and I could not place the two. I spent 2 days trying to. I really did. And then I was spending 2 days on that, and then my buddy called me about and because I asked a question about who's Marcus, he called me about and told me about the U.S. Transportation Alliance, and from there that was it. I just went down the U.S. Transportation Alliance thing, and that was the key to everything. It really was. I owe everything to Chris for giving me that information. I have nothing without everybody helping me. My son was React and could cross scene tape. What's React? Some type of organization or something? And then he has guys doing the street filming. I saw him. Can you explain that a little bit more? What's that question? First response. Okay. Yeah, so make sure you check out Brian's live stream. Make sure you check out Oriole's live stream. He gets Santa saying it, but they all say the same thing. They all want to say, they want to all give praises to the leadership, but then say that they're fucking doing shit. It's such bullshit. And no one mentioned Freedom Squirrel and how Big D punched her husband. Nobody. Nobody said shit. Nobody. And Tom's a piece of shit, Tom. I hope you fucking GTW33. Tom's the biggest piece of shit. Piece of shit. I'm going to keep playing your little thing about you telling your mods to get rid of me over and over and over and over again because it brings great joy to fucking make you look like a fucktard. I saw how you handled Freedom Squirrel. Oh, are you filming me? I'm a little bitch. I don't want the shit on the fucking camera because I'm a little bitch, just like Oreo. I'm a little bitch. This thing will probably be taken down for hate speech. Something's not right in the cookie jar. Yeah, absolutely. Notice number 45 said nothing about states, even when talking about Canada. I don't know who number 45 is. He owns. I did Google that, but that's a very generic website. I stand alone. Very generic, and it doesn't even look like him. Jose or Miguel or whatever the fuck it is. Joe Briggs, whatever it is. Very generic website. So he owns the thing, but how did he get the credentials? Where are those credentials from? He just made them up? Usually credentials like that, where you could go into an emergency zone, that's going to be like a government credential. How did he get those? Taco face? Pluck the patriarchy? I'm not sure. I don't know who that is. Jeanette? J-Matt? Yeah, I mean, I've been to that website. I stand alone. I'm saying about the credentials. Like the credentials is what's odd. He's an undercover street gang cop. I could believe it. In Indiana, he owns the media and had his badge made. Okay, that's a valid answer. I can't say that it's not. Oh, 45 is Trump. So I forget. I'm not sure. 45 is Trump. I haven't heard that before. Oh, think of name for a channel. Yeah, I can't go back in my. It's not letting me go back in my things. Fuck the patriarchy. I like that. That one's good. I got lucky with a defender of ants. Just fell into that name. He has a lot of street tattoos, gang tattoos. Does he got a placa? He ain't cool if he ain't got a placa. Drew, the mayor of Adelanto, he's got the press pass thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna start a convoy with J Matt and all the misfits, man. Bobby, we get Bobby speakers, get ourselves a little blow up tent, a blow up jumpy house. We'll get Freedom Squirrel in on it, and I got my trucker friend Matt in Illinois. Rolling for freedom. I like rolling for freedom. He came out to the Florida convoy when we did the around Tallahassee, so it was good to see him. They're talking about how everyone. Wait, hold on. Yeah, fuck you, first responder media. What happened when I fucking said it? You piece of shit. Fucking piece of shit. Getting scammed. I said it 2 months ago. You guys were all fucking getting your fucking hotel rooms and your fancy fucking, get out of the fucking car, you piece of shit. Fat fuck. I'm fat, so I could call him a fat fuck. Fat piece of shit. I just sit in my car and I wear my mask and I feel very unsafe now. Piece of shit. Selling the mask. Selling the bullshit, man. I don't take all that bullshit. Called for an audit. Where were you? It's like a month too late, man. Everyone got their money fucking robbed. Piece of shit. Piece of shit. Look up the YouTube channel. Watch videos from before 85 days. His videos. Check into the record now how they allowed him to cross screen. Yeah, he says that he could cross scene tape and shit. Yeah, that's what that statute is. When Brian left, that is when it went to shit. Yes, but that's what they want you to think. They want you to think that Brian's so involved with it. It's all an act that he left. It's all bullshit. That whole aspect of that is so fucking bullshit. I know it's bullshit, Brian, you piece of shit. I hope you watch this and you hear this. I could only wish to God that I could come and bullhorn your fucking piece of shit house and then go bullhorn our Oriole Express. I would love that, piece of shit. No, Brian, I've been seeing Brian's not separate. Brian and Marcus and Mike have been in together in cahoots with fucking all these political parties Go to U.S. Transportation Facebook page. Watch the videos on that transportation page on Facebook. You're not going to find shit on their webpage. The only thing there is to donate money because that's all they give a fucking shit about. They don't know nothing about the Constitution. They just say it to get people excited. You know, a piece of shit. Who? First responder, defender of Anna David. Some of my streams go to Twitter. I haven't been doing much because I haven't had too much activity on there. Eventually, when I've been moving around so much. I've been all over the country the last 3 months that I just haven't had time to upload all my shit to all these different platforms because I'm just so busy. Like, I seriously need an assistant. But I just been doing it myself. But like, so I have a little content on Twitter, not much. I even got a little content on LinkedIn. I'm just trying to diversify. I got a Rumble, everything under Defender Vans. My TikTok is doing great. My TikTok is mainly my me going after the media. There's some other shit. I know China owns it and all that shit, but man, I got a hell of reach on that, and I'm slowly building. It's been a slow build. All this been a slow build. My YouTube page is older than all those other fucks pages combined. Oriole Express, What You See Is What You Get, and Joe, First Responder Media. My YouTube channel's way older than theirs, like 7, 8 years old. But I only had when I started off, I only had 500 subscribers. It was just my law stuff and a little travel, just bullshit. I was just kind of I don't know, waiting for the right opportunity, I guess, to shine. Just to have fun and talk shit. I love talking shit. I have a couple whiskeys in me. I talk a lot of shit. I'll call you out on your bullshit. And then it's okay if you call me on my bullshit. I'm not perfect either. Keith, I was just about to say that how many of these people YouTube just started when the convoy started to make money. Yep. I researched What You See Is What You Get. His channel started up a little before Jan 6. Same as What You See Is What You Get, a little before Jan 6. Oh, here's another little tidbit of information. Did you know what the other event that the American Civil Freedom, Civil Liberty Funds, whatever, the FCLF, you know what the other address is associated with? Stop the Steal protests. So that address has 2 events, the People's Convoy and Stop the Steal. And you know what happened in Stop the Steal? A lot of people ended up in cages. Same people doing it over again. And that's why they had Sandy Bachman at the People's Convoy. Seriously, look up Sandy Bachman. And if you ever see her at any rallies or any events, tell her to go fucking kick rocks. She's a fucking piece of shit. She's an evil piece of shit. People are in cages because of her. She's a piece of shit. Sandy Bachman. Look up Sandy Bachman, J6, Twitter. You'll find her. She's got those thick, dark rims. She looks like the evil fucking witch of the fucking West. East. Now, we have to form small convoys that we all merge together into bigger convoys. Leadership in those small convoys, some type of structure. We can't have this not structure shit. There's got to be structure. There's got to be leadership. People have to know the parameters of the convoys. These convoys will be very successful. I have full faith in the convoys. Once we get all this fucking bullshit figured out, the American convoys are going to start getting really strong and very powerful. We're still in the infant stages of convoy protests. What's a lie, Sharon? My husband needs surgery. We can't afford it. I gave my last $20 to the convoy. I'm so angry for being scammed. I'm sorry, Jan. Jan 1985. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, we all kind of got hoodwinked, man. And yeah, charge it back. That's what they did to the. That's what the Canadian people did. Yeah, I'm sorry. A lot of people got conned, man. A lot of people. And I've been trying. Like, I was very like upset. Like, yeah, it just took all the wind out of me. I was so disappointed, and it was such a great thing. And man, I just there's some old people, some older people from some of the overpasses in Oklahoma that gave me money, and I felt so shameful that they were like following me, and then I was like questioning all the shit, right? And like I knew that they were watching my channel, and I knew that they weren't gonna see what I was seeing, right? Like I was just too radical in their eyes, and so I felt bad for them, and I felt bad for the people watching Sassnatch, man, just giving money and buying them food, and oh god, like frustrating, very frustrating. But we're all still united, and like this helped us figure out who the good guys are and who the bad guys are, and we all had to. Sometimes you have to go through those experiences so that maybe next time a different enemy or a different situation, you're a lot more open to. It's a good learning experience, right? Of not being. We all kind of get starstruck into this shit, right? Thanks, Jan. I try my best. Not everything I say is accurate, right? I try to be real open. I want people to fact check me. I want debate. I want people to talk about it. Like, yeah, we have to have discussions. Is there? I know everyone. I know a lot of people have been watching the Doe Show. I know people have been watching the Freedom Squirrel. Um, Rolling for Freedom. Is there any Patriot Lab? I'm trying to think of some of the other ones. My friend James NCY New York. NCNY New York. No, NC New York News on Rumble. He's got a Rumble page. Check him out. Constitutionally Concerned. That's Lori. She's got a great little TikTok. She's amazing. I can't wait to get up with Lori and James again. Lori didn't believe me that I was Lori's. The night that I ran from Hagerstown, I called a couple of friends. My friend Shannon. I talked to my friend Shannon for about an hour, and I talked to Lori for about an hour at like 4, 5, 6 in the morning. They were with me. Like I just needed to talk to somebody, and but Lori didn't believe me, and that's cool. Like Lori, Lori, me and Lori fucking destroyed the mainstream media. So like the fact that she didn't believe me, like it didn't matter. Like she, she's so awesome, man. And she's older. She's 60. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but she is amazing for 60. She has the energy of an 18-year-old, and yeah, she's a hero to me. Uh, uh, Lori. Lori, constitutionally concerned on TikTok. Like her shit. She was a teacher at 20 years and told him to go fuck off with the mask. Um, but is there any other streamers that like I should be following? Grand Lake. Not even sure where I'm at. I should be getting to Missouri soon. Why did that just take a picture of your car? That was a toll. Like an overhead toll. I don't know. I don't pay any of them. I didn't pay I had like $20,000 or $30,000 in tolls in Illinois. I actually went to court and fought it. I almost got tased. They took them. They took the Illinois tollways. They took the land from people. They took it under eminent domain, and then then they charge you to drive it after they took it for public use. So I'm not a big fan of tolls. So, and they all disappear after a while. If you didn't know that. In some places, Colorado, it's a license plate toll. Same with Texas. Texas, it was owned by the Mexicans. It was owned by a private corporation in Mexico. So why would I pay? Why would I pay them money to go on the roads that are paid for by the people? That's crazy. It's crazy talk. I should start dancing, Oscar. I'm not really a good dancer. My friend Jamie makes fun of me when I dance, so I'm a little self-conscious about it. But I dance a lot. We go to concerts. I go to a lot of concerts, a lot of festivals. I'll dance sometimes. Oh, Chuck Bronson? Yeah, he just got arrested yesterday, 2 days ago. Yeah, I watch Chuck Bronson. I watch a lot of different content creators, and my style is from years of watching all these different uh, independent investigative journalists. I just did my first city council meeting in Leon Valley. I don't know if you're familiar with Leon Valley, but if you're not, you should check out Justin Pulliam. He's out of Texas. He's an investigative journalist. He's slightly annoying, but he's so amazing. And I've been watching him for 3 years go after the Leon Valley City Council, and he has just destroyed them. They got rid of the sheriff. He got 2 council members fired and others elected on. And he inspired me. I drove out to San Antonio 2 days ago, 2 or 3 days ago now. I'm losing track of time. And spoke at the Leon Valley City Council. It was the third Tuesday of the month. And I was super shy and scared, and because I'm not really a public talker. And my TikTok's pretty fire, man. I got some good content. It's nice and quick. 30 seconds, 45 seconds, 3 minutes. That's it. Bada bing, bada boom. I've been working on it, man. It's a lot of work. The TikTok, I can't just take the TikTok videos from my other videos because TikTok, you can't do 4K. Some of my videos I'm uploading at 4K and some at 1080, some at 780 or whatever it is, 750. But TikTok doesn't do anything over 1080. So I have to re-render some of my videos in 1080 so for TikTok. And just going back and forth with all the hashtags, and I'm doing it all from my phone. So it's been a slow build. I've done a lot of work on my own. And I've had some really good people support me and donate and send me money, and it's been great. And I'm half kind of quitting my job. I don't know. I got a job, but I'd rather be doing this more. SCV News, yes. I watched Rogue Nation. I watched The Armed Fisherman. I watched Big Nick South Florida Accountability. I watched Another Blunt Please. I watched Susan Bassey out of California. I watch Accountability for All. I watch Joe Cool. I watch Disorderly Product News. I watch Legalized Drugs. I watch Chuck Bronson. I watch James Freeman. I watch Bow. I watch what is it? There's so many other ones I watch. Acura Amanda. I watch Accountability Angel. I'm all over the place. I take a little bit from everybody. I watch Carl Lentz on law. I listen to Rob Ryder about law. I listen to the civil rights attorney out of West Virginia. Sometimes I go on a podcast with Catherine Bernard out of Georgia. She's a lawyer. Yeah, I watch a lot of content. But I haven't been a lot because I've been so busy doing my own content that I haven't had time for it. Salty Cracker, huh? Okay. I'll check that out. Oh, they're talking about security getting paid $700 a day. I don't think that was correct. We estimated about 20,000 a day, but 700 a day is a lot. And they were using my buddy Bob to be security, who wasn't getting paid. Bob was just doing it because they were taking advantage of him. Pieces of shit. Talking about, oh my God, I'm gonna have to watch that stream. I think I'm gonna end this soon. Thank you for everyone watching. Please check out Freedom Squirrel. Send her a little love. I'll get better at my streams here. I'll get some better microphones, and I'll try my best to get my phone charged. My streams just drop out of nowhere for a whole bunch of reasons. I need to get a screen for my other phone. But I plan on doing this convoy stuff again, more of it as they form, as we reunite. I'm not going with no fucking Santa Claus. I'm not joining any fucking shit show with Oreo Express. I promise you that. I might go and bullhorn the fuck out of them, but no, not them. What about Tempe against police violence? That's my real channel. This is throwaway because I get banned for nothing. Tempe against terror about police. I might have seen it, man. I've seen a lot. And I watched like Tucson Sucks, Tucson Police Sucks, and all those guys. I'd have to hear your voice, right? So you're an auditor. Keith, are you the one who was on the telegram in Pennsylvania? Yeah, I've watched so many audit videos, man, and that's where I've kind of I've formed my own little style from that knowledge of auditing. I did an audit when I did a few audits when I did my court case in 2013, and they threatened me with arrest for jury tampering for handing out flyers at the courtroom. And I live streamed my court case, and yeah, they threw the book at me and tried to put me away for 50 years. So after that experience, man, I was scared to touch a camera again. So it hasn't been till here that I finally kind of started doing it again. But these convoys are different because the police are very pro convoy. I was in Marble Falls in Texas the other day, and a cop drove up to me. I was at the gas station, and he's like, I can't believe, he's like, I couldn't think of a more clear message that's on your van. And he said, thank you. And he drove away. Like, totally different than the auditor stuff, right? Totally different from me getting my ass kicked by 3 cops and then them charging me with 6 felonies for aggravated battery on them. Like, totally different world. But that's what's cool about the convoys. And I just wonder what the cops think of the fucking bullshit Christie ass organizers. You know, I hope that doesn't ruin that, because I'm all about accountability. Like good cops, we gotta praise the good cops. We gotta get rid of victimless crimes, and we gotta hold bad cops accountable. And we have to have cameras everywhere. We have to be able to have cameras in the courtrooms and the post offices and everywhere. I love all this. I can't believe I didn't mention Armageddon Press. I watch all of Armageddon Press's stuff. Sometimes he's a little annoying, but I'll check your stuff out for sure. Oh, you hangs out with James? I I saw that he was at Float Fest, and I was gonna go to Float Fest because I knew quite a few people at Float Fest, and I saw that James was there. Yeah, I like James, man. He tells it how it is. Okay. No, I totally get that, Keith. I wasn't sure. I think his name's Kevin, but I'm not sure. I get all the names confused. I've been dealing with so many different people, and yeah, I'm bad with names to begin with. Yeah, James Freeman's great. And that was what first responder media when we were in Oklahoma and Elk City. First responder media, one of the guys was talking because I've had a bunch of people come up to me and talk about auditors at the different rally points, right? Real excited because the auditors are getting things done, and first responder media is like, no, 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 don't talk about that on my stream. So that was my first. It was like a little dot. I should have really went after first responder media, but I gave him the benefit of the doubt like a dumbass. But not anymore. He's a piece of shit. Yep. You have no expectation of privacy in public. If a post office could have 5 cameras, and see now a lot of people on the right call the auditors frauditors. And if you watch Justin Pulliam loves to go after the frauditors, and there most definitely are frauditors. Um, I personally don't like PayPal Patty. I'm sure you know who PayPal Patty is. I stand alone. I kind of think he's a frauder and an instigator. But, whatever. There's always good and bad. But overall, the audits are standing up for our constitutional rights. They might be annoying, but they are standing up for our rights. And if they can't do it, then none of us can do it. Constitution is what we need to be all beholden to. And we're not beholden to the Constitution. The government is. We should be beholden to the laws of nature as long as we don't hurt somebody or property. Portland Andy? No, I haven't seen Portland Andy. I mean, I've watched a bunch of different streams in Portland. I was in Minneapolis. I streamed in Minneapolis when it all burnt down and shit. And I'm really gonna try to be a little more mobile and get to more big events. Okay. Yeah. Sovsit garbage. Soviet garbage. I don't know what that means. What's your actual name? I stand alone. I'm Scotty. If you didn't figure that out, or if I haven't said that. 44 East. Like, share, and subscribe. I stand alone's channel. Those auditors, man, I'm very pro auditors, especially the Second Amendment auditors too, man. Important, all important. I almost feel like these convoys need some auditors with them. Drop into a town, audit the buildings, do a Second Amendment audit, have a couple armed people who aren't just shooting at Antifa. Chris. Okay, nice to meet you, Chris. Well, I got arrested. I did 118 days in a cage with the FBI's most wanted. The FBI offered me a job to be a confidential informant. I filmed it. It's my third, fourth, and fifth video. I just did a little remake of it a few days ago. I was trying to do a jury nullification for my cultivation charges that I was arrested for in 2013. So this was a long time ago that I went through all that. I beat it all. I sat and studied law in jail. I was locked up with federal inmates. I started writing FOIA requests for ramen noodles, and basically, yeah, there's not many auditors who are actually able to go through the court system like I have. And I beat 7 felonies by myself without a lawyer. By being really stupid and really smart all at the same time. I'm not sure which one is which one weighs more. But I did it without any. I did it. It was a shit show. It was very scary. But I used case law. I used the Constitution, and I beat it. And the judge came up to my friend and told her in church. I don't know what he did that day, but he won. And that judge told me, he's like, I could count in all my 20 years of being on the bench, only 5 people that I could count in one hand the amount of people who have represented themselves and won. And I'm on that hand. It is a trial and tribulation. And I worship my freedom, and that's why I travel like I travel. I love freedom. I love freedom. I love helping people with freedom. And I do it for fun. I don't do it for money. And I've been rewarded in all sorts of ways, non-monetary, but in many other ways. And I have a lot of people who support me and help me out with money when I need it, because I help people out without asking for anything in return. I just want people to be free. You know, I don't want people in cages. Nice, FIJA, yeah. Fully Informed Jury Association. Kristen is the president of the FIJA. And I'm friends with James Babb out of New York. Nice, I stand alone. Yeah, I'm friends with my friend's a law clerk. She was a clerk. No, she was a secretary for the clerk of Judge Scalia in Austin, and a current sitting federal judge, a current sitting Texas state judge. She clerked underneath him, and so she helps me out with the law. And then I got a friend, Catherine, who doesn't help me out with the law, but Kristen from the Fully Informed Jury Association actually, she goes on to Catherine Bernard's live streams every Friday, and Kristen's in there sometimes for the Fully Informed Jury Association. And actually, Catherine got the first jury nullification in Georgia. She's awesome, man. Like, Catherine is an amazing person. Yeah, no, I would suggest learning a lot of the law ahead of time before trying to take on the law. A lot of people I help with court stuff, even though I could tell them the information that will help them, they're not capable of doing it. And sadly, most of the time I tell people to get a lawyer because they're not capable of doing it themselves. They don't have the attention span to stay focused. But that's what the issue is. Yeah. I got tossed in jail because I was doing all this stupid shit. Did 118 days for contemptuous behavior. And I didn't have to do it, but I didn't know, and I was following internet law people, and that's good, but it also could be real dangerous and stupid. My channel actually is what you really should focus on and never take the title of defendant. Even though my channel is defender of ants, ant at a suffix of a word designates an agency in law. Servant, peasant, claimant, respondent, movant, defendant. So when you sign your name, you take on that title of defendant. You never want to defend an ant in court. You're gonna lose. So and I know that sounds like sovereign citizen stuff, but that's how I beat my 6 felonies, was by questioning my title of defendant. And then asking for the judge and the prosecutor to be under oath. And I don't know if it was those or me saying that I was an idiot. And in court, being an idiot, it's a good thing. So if you want to really learn the law, now I don't really like this guy, but I think he's on spot. He's on point with law. And I contribute him helping me beat my 6 felonies. But it's Carl Lentz. And Carl Lentz has 1 through 500 videos, some 45 minutes long, some 2 hours long. There's 500 videos. If you get through all 500 videos, you'll have a much better understanding of the law. And at the etymology of words is important. The past tense and future tense of words is very important. You always want to be in the present tense. You never want to let a judge call you a sir. A sir is a title of a warrant officer in the military. You never want to have a judge call you you. You never want to be an I. I'll use an accusatory you. Just be a man or a woman. It's very hard to be just a man or a woman. You never want to be in court. You want to be at court. You never want to use their forms. You want to write your own forms. You never want to plead guilty or not guilty. You want to plead innocent. You want to be innocent. You always want to be present in court. You never want to represent yourself in court. If a judge tells you that you have to represent yourself in court, ask him, can you please demonstrate how I present myself, how I represent myself, judge? If the judge tells you to do something, ask him if he's offering you legal advice. If he tells you you need a lawyer, ask him if he's offering you legal advice. Basically, use that for everything. A lot of times they lie, so you want to ask for things to be in writing. So ask for it to be in writing. Word good law has one meaning and only one meaning. Can a blind man see in court is a good example of that. Yes, a blind man can see in court. I see what you're saying. So the spelling of the words, that's all very important. But yeah, I help a lot of people with law. All my Facebook friends know what I went through. I've been friends with some of my Facebook friends since my court experiences. That's when my real activism came in, and real activists are put in jail. Some of your biggest activists have gone to jail, and they know what freedom is. They could taste it. I could taste freedom. I worship sunsets. Because once I got out, man, I knew what nothing else mattered but my freedom. So that was a long rant. Oh yeah. And Texas statute, it says very, very clearly that speeding ticket, you're under arrest. Traveling with Travis, or let's exchange IDs with Travis. He just did a great sit down with an officer in a small town in Missouri. And that officer Wow, my windows are dirty as fuck, man. Um, that officer, stated that. He said that when you get pulled over, you're technically under arrest. And I know that firsthand because my cultivation case, I beat on a Miranda issue. And the thing I had to ask was, I had to get the I had to get the cop to say that I was free to go. That I was not free to go, because they were saying that I was being detained. But I used an annotated statute, and if you're going to represent yourself in court, you need to know. And if you're going to use case law, you need to know what annotated is, and you want to only use annotated statutes, or at least that's what I would do. Annotated statutes are like the case law that is controls the district and circuit courts. So if you go into the law library at the county seat or at your local library, and you sit there for hours and watch the lawyers come in, those lawyers only use those annotated cases because those are the only things that matter. And what the annotated statutes are is the current law. Every 2 years, they form another, they do another volume of the annotated statutes, because you have to have a place where the most current law is. And every time a decision is made or rendered, and if it changes a ruling or an order, or it changes of the process, that is stapled to the back of the book. So when you open up that book, you know that everything is current, and that you could go and look on the stapled papers and see if there's anything that's changed. And then after 2 years, they pull all those staples out and they reprint the books and they start it over again. So if you're using case law, you best be using that the annotated statutes. I beat my case with an annotated statute. People don't know about annotated statutes. Don't use a federal case in a state case in a state. Don't go into an Illinois courtroom and think you're going to use a federal case from Maryland. It just doesn't work that way. You want to use the case right from the annotated, right from the appeals court. That's who they answer to. The district and circuit courts answer to the appeals court. And those appeals decisions are put in the annotated books, as well as the state Supreme Courts. Those are the laws you want to use. Yep, Officer Jotes, you saw that. Yep. It was a great interview, man. I watched the whole thing while I was driving. It was great. Travis will fucking beat you to death with bullshit. He's like Sasquatch, fucking dry. Try and just, he will fucking talk you in circles. But that's what's so great about him. He's a professional gypsy. Yeah, no, Officer Jotes, man, solid police officer, man. Like, that's what I'm talking about. He kind of came up a little shady with the little loitering in the library. And truth be told, I called the library right when that conversation started, and they hung up on me like twice. And but then I went back to the interview, and I was like, I kind of felt bad that I called, because, man, he turned it around, and Officer Jess, he was and yeah, he was just he was amazing, man. You know, he was a good cop. You need a case that was won under the same case you were fighting. Yes, but that's going to be inannotated. If you're not using inannotated, you're wasting your time and you don't fully understand it. That's the key. That's what a lot of the auditors don't know. It's jurisdictional shit. It's like, what the fuck does a Florida what does Florida have to care about what a fucking court in Oregon said, or in Alaska? right? They want to hear from their own state. You want us to keep it as local as possible. See, and what people don't know, so I use an annotated state, an annotated case, Tiswanda Fort versus the state of Illinois. It was decided in 2014. They found one bag of crack, or they had a warrant for the house, searched the house. They went upstairs. Um, the lady said that they came downstairs and asked her a question, but they didn't go with what the lady said. They went with what the police said. The police said they took her up to the bedroom and asked her if she had anything incriminated in the room. And she said, I got 40 bags of crack in the pillowcase. And they arrested her. They found that one incriminating question on scene required Miranda, right? Okay. So what is Miranda? Miranda is, I believe, an Arizona case. And Miranda is actually a pedophile, a rapist, a molester, sadly enough. But I used the annotated case, the case from the appeals court, what the district court, who they answered to, their bosses, basically, right? I really made a constitutional claim. A Miranda is your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent, right? But I didn't say the Constitution, because if you say if you utter Constitution in a state court, they will bulldoze you and run you out of court, and you'll end up in jail. I promise you. I promise you. I did it. I went to jail for being an idiot like that. But what you can do is I used the Miranda, but it really wasn't Miranda. It was Tiswanda Fort versus the state, an annotated appeals court decision. It had the Constitution deep in it at its very foundation. But I used the language that the court could understand. They don't understand Miranda. They don't understand, because that's the federal court. That has nothing to do with the state court. Just as like the Roe versus Wade is a state versus a federal jurisdiction, right? It's jurisdiction. Why would or like some people use like a state courts, like a Florida decision in Georgia or Alabama? Why? The state doesn't care. It doesn't matter what that state decided. And what people also don't realize is that the judge doesn't have to accept their case. Like in my case, they destroyed the evidence. They deleted all the video and all this shit. And I had case law like saying that was destruction of evidence. And I read out the case law number, and the judge said, I don't recognize it. Go fuck yourself. Gotta go fuck myself. And he said, and then I signed my papers under duress. And he said, prove it. Okay, and then what? I'm sitting there like a fucking jackass. So I learned, man, I did over 100 court appearances, 38 months fighting those court cases, 3 separate court cases, a felony cultivation, 6 aggravated battery felonies, faced 50 years. I was facing 1 to 3 on the felony cultivation. I did 90 for contempt. Very quasi-judicial proceeding. So yeah, I know law, man. Like that's what I know, and I know the Constitution because I read it 4 or 5 times a day in jail because I had nothing better to do. I know my shit, and then when it comes to that, I might not know my shit and other things, but I know my shit for that. Nope, you can't. But I did beat my cultivation case. I had a signed confession. I got that confession suppressed, and that's why the case had to be dismissed. I got it written. I told on myself like an idiot, but the cops said that they're going to rip open the whole house that I've been working on for 3 years. They said they'd rip down every piece of drywall if I didn't sign it. So I signed it. What the fuck was I supposed to do? The cops were nice to me, man. The cops were really nice. And I actually knew one of the jailers, Tanya. Tanya used to get drunk with us. She'd come over and party with us. We'd go out and do magic and shit at the bar. And Tanya we'd come back and have Red Bull and vodka shots and all that fun shit years ago. But Tanya started being a sheriff, and then she ended up being in the county jail with me. And the first day I was put in the general population, I saw her. I was like, oh, I was like, I felt safe. And I never really cashed in on anything. I had her get me my legal papers. A guy got transferred, and she went and got my papers for me. That was the only thing I cashed in on. I never told anyone that I knew her or anything. You know, it's all about who you know. Up in front of me, no tail light. Yeah, they don't got their they got their headlights on. Those are the day runners, right? Yeah, so Oreo Express saying that. What a bitch, man. Oreo Express is such a little bitch. Buy me a coffee. I want decaf. He probably takes decaf. I'd love to bullhorn his bitch ass. Santa, I can't wait. 8 in the morning sharp, Santa says. What a fucking joke. What a joke. Have dignity, he says, about not putting out names. So, he's like, oh, yeah, the People's Convoy, this was their thing. We're just kind of stealing it. That's what he says. Have dignity. Fuck that, man. Pussy ass bitches. Call them out. Marcus, Chris Young. So if you guys don't know, I'll name all the organizers again because people just don't seem to 100% know. Marcus Summers, Brian Brasi, Mike Landis, all form the U.S. Transportation Alliance. They ran the 10-4 rally out in D.C. in 2020. Jerry Stetz was there. Jerry Stetz is Polish. He went with Brian Marlene Steele, which is Lee Dundas' paralegal. And here's an interesting about Lee Dundas and Marlene Steele, that they were involved in the blockades at the border with the Canadians and the Americans. And where the fuck did Lee go? She just disappeared. She smoke bombed. That bitch is as guilty as all these other fuckers. I don't care if she's done some school board meetings. I'm calling for what it is. If she's not talking out about them fucking robbing the people, then she's part of it. You either fucking, this fence, staying on the fence is bullshit. Speak the fuck up. Speak the truth. Call out these fucking people by name. Don't do this general like, oh, I'm against them, but they're all nice personally. Ooh, I'm in Missouri. Woo! If I had a horn, I'd honk on it. Yeah, I stand alone. That's a very common statement made by sovereign citizens. I'm not saying. I guess I was a sovereign citizen at one time, in some thought, but yeah, technically they're supposed to have the emergency lights on. To me, it's a mute argument because, to me, the best argument is the right to face your accuser, and to me, that's the most solid argument to make, personally. And right from the get, when you get pulled over, that's the narrative that I would go with. Are you my accuser? Who is my accuser? And then when I went to jury, I'd ask for a jury trial. If you go to court, and if you put in a demand for a jury trial, they have 90 days to take you to court. So a lot of people get stuck in jail for a long time, and the lawyers will not file that demand for jury. But you fucking, if the lawyer doesn't do it, you fucking do it. And if he doesn't do it and they don't allow you to do it, you tell the judge you want your lawyer to do a demand for jury trial, and don't allow her to do any continuances. I'm going to get a drink here. I've been driving for hours here. How long was this stream? This is almost 3 hours. Yeah, like, and Brian and Mike, these guys don't know fucking shit about the Constitution. I'd run fucking circles around them with the Constitution. They just say it just to fucking appease people. They're such little appeaser bitches. Mike, man, Mike and Brian, like Marcus, I haven't seen enough videos of Marcus to fucking really get hate, but I have enough hate for him because I know he's just a money scumbag. I know his wife watches my channel, so go fuck yourself, wife. You came on and made the comment, but you couldn't come back and answer any of those questions because you knew you couldn't answer those questions because you know your husband's a fucking scumbag. And you know that they're still involved with the U.S. Transportation Alliance, and you know that they're fucking, yeah, you guys are scumbags. Marie, what's her name? Trying to think of what her name is. Yeah, no, I mean you're totally right. I stand alone. They're the emergency lights. That's like one of the prerequisites for um uh you see people ask it. I just think it's a mute argument. I'm not saying that you're wrong. It's just there's so many stronger arguments to make, I guess is what I'm saying. Right? If that makes sense. Oh my god. That's from the Disney blockade. It's my favorite. Jeffrey with check out the beard. I got some new stickers too. I ordered them. I've been just slowly putting this together. I got my this one was a lot bigger than I thought. Some stickers. I'm gonna get I got some Celtic stickers from the Florida Convoy. I don't know if anyone knows what this is. That's my friend Lance gave me this one. Uh uh what was I gonna say? Uh I'm gonna get Kelvin and Hobbes pissing and get all this ABC, NBC emblems, Fox emblem, and yeah, and get Kelvin pissing on them. Gotta get my wallet. Just need a pop or something. I'll be like the Freedom Outlaw and just drink Pepsi. I've quit drinking pop so many times, but it's very addictive. And yeah. Yeah, I've been pulled over a lot, man. I've had a lot of issues with the cops. But I'm like on the team of the cops. Okay.
I was in that white van. I've got a little bit less than a quarter of a tank. I still have 50 miles left. That was my only means of getting home.
Okay.
Please help me. I would bring me a person.
You have like a PayPal or anything?
I've got cash.
You got Cash App? Uh, I could give you like I don't have way too much money. I could give you like $10 or something. Let me get a drink and I gotta end my live stream and I'll send you a Cash App. Okay. Just give me a couple minutes. Oh, look at that. That's actually pretty cool. I really don't have too much money, but she seemed like she was honest. Come on. Give me the goddamn shit. Ugh. Thanks, Keith. Nice to meet you too. All right, hold on. I gotta cash app this lady some money. So just let me. I'm just gonna kick off. I'm gonna just kick over for my stream. I'll be back in like 3 minutes here. I don't. All right. I gotta get my wallet, or I think I can do it with my card. I have $8. Yeah, I mean that's all I got in there. I'm like, I'm struggling with the gas is so crazy, but hopefully that could pay. Hold on, let me see. I just scan it. Yolanda. Okay. Well, it was nice meeting you. Can I give you a hug? Yeah, you're welcome. I wish I had a little more money.
Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
God bless you.
You'll get there. You'll find someone else with a little money.
I
Okay.
really got that.
All right. You have a good day. Best of luck. Yeah, we're all. I can't help, man. She seemed honest. I had to give her some money. I'm really short. I don't have too much cash, but that felt like the real thing, man. I usually give like $2, but so many people have helped me, and if I need help, someone will help me eventually down the way. So it always pays forward. And I'm with you, Joe. Who was a woman who needs help? I'll be watching your live stream. I'm not sure if you're talking to me. I'm not Joe. It's Scotty. My name's Scotty. But I'm not sure if that was what you meant. I don't know who that lady was. It's just some lady at the rest area. She just said she needed gas money. You can give her 10. I had $8 on my Cash App. I have some money on my other card, but that's all I had on my Cash App. So I gave it to her. Sometimes you get stuck, and it's like you're stuck and you just want to get home and you just need like $10 to get home. And so, God, I know that struggle. I've been in that situation so many freaking times. I need to get gas soon here. Yeah, stop at the next gas station. Iowa. I've been in a bunch of different places in Iowa. All right, I got my liquid sugar. I made it to Missouri. Probably should check out where I'm going. I just think I'm just gonna keep cruising on Missouri. $300. All right, I got 300 miles to St. Louis, and I think I got another hour or two of driving that I could handle. Yeah, so I don't know. It's good to give money to people, man. I know some people don't do it for the homeless and whatnot, but whatever. That lady needed it. Call me. Maybe she might have suckered me, but whatever. Sometimes people just need some help. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot of auditors all over the place, man. And it's good to be with another auditor just for safety. And yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing to go out and film. And you can audit all sorts of different organizations. It's just good to get the camera out. My windows are so dirty. When I hit this next gas station, I'm gonna fill up and clean the windows. a Petro, and the jerry cans. What was the shower incident? Tell me about that. I haven't heard about no shower incident. I gotta gas up. Drop another $90 in that tank. Holy shit. It's not cheap being a gypsy, especially how much I drive around. I just spend all my money on gas. I see a lot of shit though. I want to change it for the world. Oh yeah, dude, the Chuck Bronson one. Oh my god, that was such a. James said that was the most horrible one, or it was Johnny 50. I'm not sure which one said it. This is the worst, most grievous one, and I have to agree that was a pretty rough one, if I've ever seen one. That cop. Is that the cop? I'm gonna say wave to you, sir. Nice. He waved. He's a nice cop. Look at how dirty my windows are. My God. All right, I'm gonna get those clean. The Chuck video, that I think Johnny 50's got it on YouTube, and James Freeman, possibly. Right? I stand alone. Chris, would you say it was Chris? I can't go back on the comments. Drop another 80 in the tank. Ooh, I didn't. I'm in Missouri. It's $3.87. Nice. Spend all my money on gas. Show me soon. All right, Johnny 5-0, yeah. All right, I missed the shower thing. I can't. And what the story X-Ray put out? All right, that was only $75. See all my shit in here. My van is a mess. I can't keep it clean, but I don't give a shit. Tyson is the only one I've heard. All right. What is this retarded ass exit? I'm at the Petro system. Ooh, there's a chrome shop there. Damn. Yeah, we went to a chrome shop. One of our rallies in the Florida United Convoy was at the chrome shop. It was super cool. Some big money for that shit. And my windows don't seem like as clean as they should be. What's this asshole doing? Get the fuck out the way. Yeah, I have Windex and I don't know where my paper towels are. I've been fighting a battle with these windows and I'm not winning. Someday I will get the exterior camera on the outside, the GoPro, and then I from the inside I would oh, where am I going? Right here. And then I have an iPad on the inside to read the comments and everything and stream it from the phone to that in the future. It's supposed to be for everyone, but after today, we really believe. Trench the traffic controller. I don't know who that is. Tree rat. I can't fare up to my comments for some reason. My phone just doesn't want to do it. Oh, this is almost as long as Freedom Squirrel's live stream yesterday. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to the ants, all my fellow ants. How long were you with the convoy? I was with the convoy. I was with the People's Convoy from the border of Elk City, Oklahoma, all the way to Hagerstown. I was in Hagerstown for almost 3 weeks, I think. And I don't know if you're talking to me, Tree Rat. And then I left. I went to Ohio. Some friends put me up on a farm there in Ohio, and I did some stories. I broke all the stories about the People's Convoy, where the money went. They helped me. They helped me do the research, and they fed me, and they just kind of, yeah, totally made that happen, my friends. And then, I went down to Miami. I drove from Chicago to Miami on my own dime, and I went with the Florida United Convoy. I met up with them in Lake Okeechobee, and we crisscrossed Florida, went to Tampa, Palm Bay, Daytona Beach, Daytona Ormond, Tallahassee, Pensacola. We were all over the place. And I just did 2 weeks ago, I did the convoy in Texas, around the Texas state capitol. And I did some ambush journalism on Sassnatch, to let him know about the U.S. Transportation Alliance. Okay, what about Polar Bear? Tell me about Polar Bear. Feed me that information, if you don't mind. I'm information junkie. These live streams are to get the information out, to know who's saying what, why they're saying it, and calling out fucking bullshit. Brian's bullshit, or Oriole's bullshit. And I don't even know Santa, but I'm calling out his bullshit too. If you ain't gonna call out the leaders, you're gonna say you broke away because of the leadership, and then you're gonna praise them all in the same sentence. Shut the fuck up. You're bullshit, and that's bullshit. Call them out or don't. Shit or get off the pot, fucking people. Yeah, Johnny 5-0 is funny, man. I didn't like that he got the little jabberoo, but whatever, it's his body. He's funny. He calls the cops. He calls the police stations and asks like really stupid questions, and it's funny. He's funny. It's funny because it's real. He's got a lot of good stuff. Check out the best of Johnny 5-0. Kind of hear some of this stuff. One of Johnny's best ones is he shushes the police officer. He keeps shushing, and they don't know what the hell to do. He's a fucking asshole. All right. Polar Bear and Donna were attacked while changing a tire on Donna's truck while driving the Beltway. Attacked by who? Oh, it's so much cooler down here than Texas. Oh my God. Oh my God. It is so great. Attacked by a guy in a black Dodge pickup with West Virginia plates. This happened in early March. Oh, I don't think I saw that one. The biker that was hit on the way home was a real one. Not sure what that is. No, I didn't see that. I'm trying to remember who Polar Bear is. Man, man, there's so many people. And why is Santa the one who got took over? Like, who the fuck is he? I never saw Santa at Hagerstown. Like, how is someone who wasn't in Hagerstown taking the shit over? Like, where the fuck were you? And man, 387. That's awesome here. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere. So yeah, I don't know about Trucker G. I stand alone. Um, this is where I got issues with some of the live streamers. Where were they when Ross got trespassed for asking about security? Where were they when I was threatened with like where were they for me? Right? Why didn't they stand up for what happened with me? Everyone knew what happened to me. Why didn't they stand up for Bobby? Why didn't they stand up for Four Wall streamer? Why didn't they didn't stand up for J Matt? Why didn't they stand up for all the people kind of who were asked to leave? Like, where were they? And Trucker G, I got pictures of Trucker G from the 10-4 rally in DC. What does that mean? That means that Trucker G knew Brian, Marcus, and Mike before. I'll show the picture. I'll get the picture. I got the picture. But he's in that picture at the 10-4 rally. I don't know what his official story. He was from the very beginning. So I don't know if he was used or not. That's just my own opinion. I haven't dug deep into Trucker G yet. But I know Trucker G. Where was Trucker? Trucker G was doing something. I think he silenced Bobby or said something about Bobby. I know Sassnatch said something about Bobby. But I think Trucker G said something about Bobby too. But I'm not sure 100% on that. Yeah, I'm gonna get Ricky Bobby and James. I talked to James a little bit. I'm gonna get James to do a video for me. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna get Ricky Bobby to do a video. I want to show all their voices. That's what I'm gonna do. A nice little piece with those guys. Everyone who was kicked out. I'm gonna ask them all the same questions. Why they? These are the questions actually I'm gonna ask them. What does freedom mean to you? That's kind of my like little niche question. I like hearing that because I think a lot of us all kind of believe the same thing. So I like that question. It's very general. So that's going to be my first question. The second question is going to be, did you believe that the People's Convoy was going to be an occupying protest just like the Canadian protests? That's going to be my second question. My third question is going to be, what did you bring to the convoy? And my fourth question is going to be, what? And like I might change this up, but the fourth question is going to be, what happened to you? Why did you get kicked out? And who kicked you out? So yeah, so I'm gonna get Ross from the Florida convoy. I'm gonna see if he'll do a video. I'm sure he will for me. I'm gonna get Kevin from the Pennsylvania, who is the state leads for all the Facebook pages. I'm gonna get AJ from Florida. She was the Telegram state lead. Tell her story. I'm gonna get J Matt. Tell her story. I'm gonna get Ricky Bobby. I'm gonna get James, and I'm gonna get I think the other dude's name is Brandon. Tell James to give Polar Bear a call. Yeah, James got fucked, man, and Bobby let James just sleep in the bus, and then James got That's security's been fucked the whole time because it's allied. That's why. And Oriole didn't say fucking shit. Now they're saying shit. Little pieces of shit. Fucking, they're pieces of shit. Oriole, goddamn first responder. They're all pieces of shit. I can't wait to watch their live stream. I almost want to end this live stream just to go watch another live stream, but I don't know. I got a lot of people in here. There's a lot of good information. Finally got a little like credit for all that bullshit I went through the last 2 months. Now they're all echoing exactly what I said 2 months ago. Where the fuck have you been? You're a fucking garbage journalist if you're now asking these fucking questions. It's fucking garbage. First responders media's fucking stream is garbage. He sits in his fucking car and just sits in the parking lot. Fucking garbage. Sasnak didn't like me interviewing him. He's a fucking live streamer. You fucking piece of shit. Didn't. Oh, I don't like you, Mr. Defender of Ants. I was fucking creeping on him, waiting to fucking to come in for the kill on that son of a bitch. I think Sasnak was even more enjoyable than going after the media. I gave him softball questions, man. I fucking was super nice to him. So for him to say that I was fucking like doing like gotcha shit, like I'm so glad I was super nice because it made me look way better. Because you're like crying like a little bitch. Fucking, you're supposed to be like a Texas cowboy. You're a little bitch. That's why you and fucking that's why Sassnatch and first responders hangs out. The little bitches. I don't talk about anything that the convoy is really about. They don't. Yeah, they call me a boogaloo boy. Tom, GTW, called me a boogaloo boy in Antifa. And what was great was that, what's his name? Yeah, man. I took GT-T33's fucking, I took this audio and clipped it. He's the introduction to a bunch of my films. It's great. Because I said, and I got him to say the U.S. Transportation Alliance, and he says, I know. And then he says, get rid of him. Get rid of him. I almost had a meltdown, and then he like plays with his whiskers. It's great. Fucking great content, man. Say my fucking name, bitch. Yeah, they could have get their name. They got my name is in their dirty fucking mouths. And I'm the only one who fucking was questioning that shit hardcore. And fucking spending on my, instead of going out and enjoying myself, I was making videos, clipping and cutting and screen sharing and stealing videos from all those fucks. Oriole and what you see is what you get in Sassnatch. I love stealing their videos and taking it for my own. Fuck you, you little pricks. I love it. Copyright me. Do it. But what's great is I'm not monetized. I'm fucking, yeah. I'm not a bitch like them. Oh, I would love to fucking I would love to go after Oreo Express. I have a lot of hate for him. I know Corinne doesn't like Oreo Express either. Yeah, he's just a piece of shit, man. You can hear how he's a piece of shit. Oh, yeah, GWT33, he doesn't know shit, man. He's never been an activist. Like, get the fuck out of here. You met your match. I've been an activist for 10 fucking years, dude. You just started. Get the fuck out of here. Talk shit to me. I'll fucking run circles around you. Never heard. I watched his live stream the other day. All he was sitting, I need to pay my car payment or I can't go anywhere. So he's just talking and just begging for money over and over and over and over again. Fucking, I try not to beg for money. I asked for money once in the Florida convoy because I ran out of money. I spent all my money, and I wanted to stay with the convoy and I couldn't leave it. And Chris from the Florida convoy, who was a semi truck, and Sally, who kind of is like the vice president of Florida United. Chris gave me $200. Fucking, not only was he spending his own money running his own semi, he gave me $200. Just stand up guy, man. I love Chris and his wife Sally. Like, they are my good friends now. And I met them at Hagerstown, and I love them. They are awesome, and they feel like family already to me. And they're the ones who invited me out to Florida to be in the convoy with them. And Chris was like, like, I want to give you this $200. We invite you. I was like, but I didn't feel obliged. I wanted to come because, like, you guys, like, when I was in Hagerstown, those guys were all about security. They were running security. Ross was running security when I got to Hagerstown, and Sam and a couple other guys, man. And that's how I met them, because I was bullshitting with them. I'm so glad I met them. And then we trespassed at Fox. And I met Lori and James. And then we just fucking belittled the fucking media. It was great. It's amazing. Belittling the media. I love that. That's my drug of choice. Yeah, he is very depressing. He pushes the left narrative. When dude got trespassed, or when dude got arrested for having the gun, and he was saying that he was a libertarian over and over again, and Orioles retarded ass all because, oh, you're Antifa, you're Antifa, and then Tom's like, oh, they had a gun and they're Antifa. Dude, you have a Second Amendment right to bear arms, you fucking piece of shit. Fucking Tom, you fucking loser. I'm the mechanic of the convoy. You're a piece of shit, Tom. And proved it last night when Freedom Squirrel said, Tom, and the first thing fucking Tom says is, oh, I'm sorry, he should have said, oh, Big D fucking punched your husband in the face. Is what Tom should have fucking said. But what did Tom say? Oh, are you filming this? Fuck you, Tom. Piece of shit. Tom, Sasnack, pieces of shit. Pieces of shit. Oreo, Brian, Mike, Marcus, all pieces of shit. Trucker G, I don't know enough about Trucker G. Yeah, I love Tom talking shit about me. I've been using that in all my videos. Defender of ants. You don't defend anything. and then the Zoe show? No. Whatever the Zoe show. Zoe show. Not Zoe show. Of course Sasquatch went home. And he probably won't fucking say shit. Oh, Sasquatch for president. Buy my stickers. Buy my stickers. That defender of ants. I love that I got his live stream of him talking shit about me. That was epic. Cut it all up into the interview. Perfect. It was perfect. Yeah, the convoys, they're gonna be successful. I have full faith in it. That's why I went to Florida. It's gonna take a little time, man. Everyone's waking up. We're gonna be a force to reckon with once we get rid of the fucking bullshit people. The grifters. Yeah. I don't know how he didn't delete me, because I was in there like talking all this shit. I kept going in there and saying U.S. Transportation Alliance over and 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 over again. But the Zoe show, they all went in and were like attacking his stream. So I was in on that, man. It was fucking epic. It was great. He was like, because he's a liar. He's a fucking piece of shit. He's a piece of shit, just like Oriole, just like what you see is what you get. They're all pieces of shit. They've been mooching off the American people who wanted a fucking Canadian occupation because they're tired of being fucking caged. And none of them talk about anything fucking important. None of them. You could just really become more retarded listening to their shit. You probably get more retarded. More retarded a word? Or am I retarded for saying more retarded? The dough show. Dough show. What's up with the donut? I don't get the donut. That's his call thing. Like, I need to get like all these streamers got you guys got these uh Fitzcrafter, Dan's got it. They got a flyby. And then that other dude's got it. He's shared my stream a few times. I forgot his name. Tommy Temper. Tommy Templar. They got like a little like call sign of emojis. And I'm just thinking like, man, this is what the American fucking people came to. We came to a goddamn bunch of emojis. But then I was like, do I need to start using some fucking emojis? I don't know. Yeah, but what's the donut? He just likes a donut? Is it like a cop reference? Is it just he's just a donut? He's like a whole like is there any like meaning to the donut? Yeah, I know. I need to get like a superhero with an ant. I need to get someone to draw me an ant with a little. My friend in San Antonio might be drawing me one. I want to get like a little ant like with a red cape on, maybe with like an eye mask, like a red eye mask, and then like standing in front of some other ants. Oh, dough, like a dough. Gotcha. All right, I think I'm gonna end this stream. I fucking 3.5 hours. I can't be that interesting at all. I want to listen to some YouTube or something. I actually want to watch fucking first responders fucking bullshit. They're fucking questioning the leaders of the convoy. Just fucking now, after you fucking fleeced all the money from the people, now you're asking fucking questions, you fat fuck. Fuck off. All right. I love you guys. Thank you for watching the stream. Thank you for commenting. Make sure you go and send some Freedom Squirrel a little love, man. Let her know that I know she was pretty shook up. So send her a little love. And keep speaking the fucking truth, man. Stop hiding and playing politics, man. Open up, drop some fucking names, and call the liars out. That's what we need. Have a good night, guys. Much love. Yeah, I stand alone. It was nice meeting you. Maybe someday I'll come and do an audit with you. We'll cross paths. Hopefully, I cross paths with everyone who watches and comments and likes and all that. I appreciate everybody. I couldn't do it without all you guys. Have a good night. I'm in St. Louis. I might hunt some media. I'm hoping there's some protest tomorrow in St. Louis, downtown St. Louis. And I'm going to get as close as I can and maybe hunt out some media. Maybe find some sexy Foxy girls, Fox News girls, I mean. Peace.